Indeed, we are. Welcome in. Thursday afternoon, a little bit better day today. Sun was out. Gwynn and Chris, Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. I'll start this show off by wishing my lovely wife a very, very happy birthday today.
Oh, yes. Let's do that every hour, at least, just in case she's running errands and misses it.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
To my wife, Elise.
That's great.
We will celebrate as a family later on tonight.
Birthdays should be celebrated. And you were, I don't know, have you ever gotten away with the doubling up, Tony? The birthday / Valentine's Day gift, or no? No, you have to get two.
There's no fly zone there.
You've not been able to work those as a package deal yet.
Typically, she is not a fan of gifts on Valentine's Day, so it works out well.
Yeah, I when I don't or forget to get my wife something. We've had so many Valentine's Days. I hate to say it that way, but we try to say, every day is Valentine's Day, honey.
Right.
So why should we,
We shouldn't change anything up.
And it is kind of true with my wife. She kind of gets what she wants whenever she wants to anyway. So, Valentine's Day. Right. Don't they all? Right. So Valentine's Day shouldn't be any different.
Valentine's Day is stupid. So
it's stupid.
It's a corporate holiday.
Tell us how you really feel, Scrape.
It's a corporate holiday. We all know that.
Corporate holiday.
I mean, I like to celebrate love.
Doesn't sound like
but
it.
not on February.
It sounds like the exact opposite, actually.
Yeah.
I
like you want
celebrate
nothing
love,
to do with it.
Like Chris just said, I celebrate love every day.
I
don't need one day.
You don't
to
need a day to
love.
remind you that love is not in the air.
Correct.
Scraby household.
Actually, for me, it's Singles Awareness Day. So.
Singles Awareness Day.
SAD, SAD. Stands for SAD, doesn't it? Single Awareness Day, SAD. Yeah. So I think that explains that.
Just remind all our listeners, 5:35 is when you'll have a chance to find out if you are today's biggest fan. That'll qualify you for a chance in our Odyssey suite at a future Padre game with the entire staff. It'll be caroled by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan in order to potentially have your name called. All right, Padres, right back at it again, and this is going to be a theme. They are indeed back on the field. Whole schedule. I got it for you guys again if you want to know what the schedule is.
Yes, I'd like to know when PFP was today. Yeah. What happened there?
Today.
Day 2, right?
Day 2.
Yeah. If the pitchers and catchers get it alone for a week or so.
Yes. I think the position players are to report.
But a lot of them are there, aren't they?
Yeah, most of them are there.
That a lot of guys are already there.
Yeah,
so
14th or 15th. But anyway, once again, breakfast, 7 o'clock, 8:30. Medical updates. That's with the staff. And then 9 o'clock, pitchers and catchers, coaches get together. And then the day begins. 10:05, stretch for bullpens. Throw at 10:15. Pen is at 10:30. The non-hot pitchers. Group 1, Musgrove, Estrada, Hoeing, Costa, Jacob, Haynes, Mendez, Cruz. Group 2, King, Wolf, Brito.
Don't run over that name Mendez. That's Scraby's guy.
Yeah. Hawkins.
Mendez is the guy to keep an eye on this year, right?
Miguel Mendez? Heck yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you're fired up.
They got after it at 10:15. They threw at 10:25. PFPs, 10:45, 10:55, 11:05, 11:15. But they got after it once again. Conditioning at 11:40. Got to get your conditioning in.
Of course.
Cages.
Although that's less important than it used to be.
Maybe. I don't know how true that is.
Well, I don't know. In the 50s and 60s, Tony, did you some of these slobs come into spring training? They needed the conditioning.
Oh, in terms of using spring training
to get in
yes.
shape. Yes.
No doubt.
They did not come in ready to go back in the day. So.
Catchers, Campusano, Fermin, Duran, Hunt, Salas, Villar, all had opportunities to get in the cage. They got some live defense. They did some catching. And had some batting practice on the field. So
I think it's time. And it's interesting. All the pitchers are there. I think it's time for us. AJ doesn't need our help. He doesn't want our help. He doesn't listen to us, nor should he. But I'm going to go ahead anyway and suggest that he start working the trade wire. Maybe he already is. But I just see, and I mentioned it to Sam Levitt yesterday, Tony, and I just see an overabundance of really good relief pitchers, guys that it seems to me almost any major league team would want. Is there a major league team that wouldn't want Bradley Rodriguez or David Morgan? I don't want to trade these guys. Don't get me wrong. But when you've got so many of these guys, and I understand there's wear and tear, guys get hurt during the year. It's good to have too much pitching. But I don't know if the Padres have enough offense yet. I still don't know if they got, exactly what they want at first base or DH or even on the bench. It just seems to me you should be able to find a couple of partners out there if you're willing to make Alec Jacob, Brian Hoeing. I don't want to get rid of any of these guys, but I just mentioned 4 guys that I think are really good, and none of them are really the top tier relievers on this team. We just have so many good ones. What do you do you think he's going to look, or do you think it's, just he doesn't want to take the chance of, pitching injury type stuff?
I think all of that is at first, I don't think AJ ever stops really looking.
Yeah, right. He's always, you're right.
I think he's always kind of paying attention to that kind of thing. But I think there's a lot of things you got to weigh, right? You don't know how your rotation is going to hold up, right? If you're not getting a ton of innings out of your rotation early, or maybe even just the back end of it,
right?
More arms you have to absorb that, the better off you're going to be able to protect some of, the
True.
front line of that.
True.
I think the other thing is you can look at it from a standpoint is you mentioned Jacob. I don't know how much value he would have.
Okay, he's a name that popped up here.
But Bradley for sure. But can you get more value out of him? I mean,
I don't know. By holding on to him, you're right.
He hasn't. He had a good
debut.
Yeah. He didn't pitch a whole lot.
Right.
Maybe a month into the season, this dude's got kind of takes off like Estrada does.
And then you say,
now you
wow,
you got a little bit more to deal with.
Maybe so.
I just think there's a number of different reasons why it hasn't happened, why it could happen.
Yeah.
I just think it's early. What we do know about AJ is that even as we are in spring training, he's still looking. If he thinks he can make the team better in some way, he's done it.
Of course.
And so I don't think that he's necessarily done. I don't necessarily think he's something's imminent, but I think he's kind of a let's see what we have.
Because the way I look at it, and this is how I look at it, I don't know if this is how they look at it, but I see 3 starters we know for sure. And the 4th in Vasquez, we're pretty sure, unless he, collapses somehow in spring training, it seems like he'll be the 4th guy. The 5th guy, at the moment, I don't know that anybody is 100% comfortable, but you have 3 guys that come to the forefront in Kyle Hart, Matt Waldron, and J.P. Sears.
4. We got to count Marco Gonzalez in there,
Okay,
too.
sorry. Yes, you're right, Tony. Marco Gonzalez, who was signed the former Mariner and Pirate. So good. Okay, 4 guys for 1 spot. I'm hoping one of those 4.
Yeah.
Now, whoever doesn't get it, to me is a, decent choice at long relief, except for the fact you've got Miller, Adam, Morejon, and Estrada as your big 4. And then you've got Morgan, Bradley Rodriguez, Yuki Matsui, and Peralta as your next 4.
Right.
That's 8. We haven't even got to who's ever left over between
Hoeing.
Sears. Okay, I didn't say Hoeing yet.
Yep.
And Jacob, that's 10. Okay, and then, you got Miguel Mendez, who's trying to work his way. We don't know if he'll quite get there this year, but he's certainly keeping an eye on him, and he's on the 40-man.
Yep.
And that doesn't include the guys that don't start between Kyle Hart, Sears, Waldron, and Marco Gonzalez.
Yeah.
It's almost too much in a lot of ways.
Ooh, kid, don't say those. Don't say that.
Don't say it.
Don't say those words.
I know, because in May you're going to be going, you remember when you said they had too much?
It might not even take May.
Right, it might be
spring
April.
training.
I know,
still.
but there's just so many guys there. I just think you have to take a look. I don't want to trade any of those guys. I like them all, but I would like to have an established slugging first baseman if some was available. And,
I don't think there's any question that if a move is going to be made, you certainly can pick from your strength and still feel pretty strong.
Right.
You
So
know what I'm
all of the
saying?
people
So-
who say we don't have any trade bait because our minor league system is well, I think we do have a lot of trade, potential in that regard.
Yeah,
because we're so deep in the bullpen.
Everybody's looking for relievers,
And they're looking, a lot of them at our relievers,
yeah,
because
so-
they're good.
yeah, no doubt about it.
So-
It's certainly something to keep an eye on. Of course, with spring training rolling around, this is the time of year that you get a chance to hear from the manager, and today from AJ Preller. We're going to get to that sound on the other side because we have are running up against the clock here.
And the first thing he's going to say is, whatever Chris just said on the show, disregard. That will be his first quote
How
for
did you
spring
know?
training.
I've already listened to it.
We'll have a Winter Olympics update, which
It's been 48 hours. I mean, we need to do this every day, guys.
There's a lot going on.
I'm just kidding. There is a lot going on, though.
there
You
is
want to
a
just
lot.
start doing it every hour, Scrape? I mean,
like
so
coming as
people
like a
never get
update?
behind. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
we'll have Beto Duran to talk a little Laker basketball.
Oh, good.
We'll have Kirk Kenny to kind of explain to you. I guess there was some excitement coming out of the Pac-12 last night.
The flex game.
The flex game.
I love it. The flex game in college football. People are out there like, what?
Yeah, you're gonna find
Don't
out.
worry. We're wondering the same
We're gonna-
thing.
We're gonna discuss at some point during the show, but this should be a jam-packed show for you guys today. All right, let's get to break. On the other side, you'll get a chance to hear from AJ Preller, Craig Stammen, and the whole gang here on Gwynn and Chris.
lot to do. 217, Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr., Scraby, Gwynn and Chris. That is the name of the show. Got to keep reminding people of that for whatever reason. 5-1 now, United States over Latvia in the hockey at the Olympics. This game was 1-1 for a while, but U.S. has broken it open here. Earlier, Canada beat the Czechs 5-0. Those are the two teams we're keeping an eye on as the U.S. men's hockey tournament gets underway. Scraby will have more Olympic updates later in the program.
Yes.
I did see that our friend Chloe Kim
came up a little
shy of her third straight gold medal. 17-year-old. Chloe Kim's 25. She's a little over the hill for this event. And the 17-year-old kid was able to beat her. But anyway, the Olympics are ongoing there in Italia. We're almost to the NBA All-Star weekend. Sorry, Tony.
Do you think you tell yourself that if you lose? Like, I mean,
yeah, right.
She's 17.
Yeah,
she
I get it. She should be able to beat me.
Is that
I'm 25.
Is that how you self-soothe right there?
Yeah, I rolled out of bed today and it's a little tight.
Yeah, she didn't have to stretch or nothing.
She just went out. Yeah.
Well, keep in mind, Chloe Kim had a bad crash like 6 weeks ago and hurt her shoulder pretty bad.
Did not really affect her much.
No.
She lost, I believe, by 1/8 of a point, or one of those crazy scores that the judges come up with.
The fix is in, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry about that, Chloe. NBA goes to the All-Star break after games tonight.
I'm real quick. I'm so interested to see how this goes because
what is the format this year, Tony?
It's
I don't even know. They change it every year.
It's the world. So I think it's U.S. versus the world.
U.S. versus the world.
Right. So that's the thing. But there is a lot of conversation, and it feels different this year.
Okay.
About the format and how they keep changing it in order to try to get a spark. And there seems to be, I saw Tracy McGrady say it, I've seen that there is more conversation about having nothing to do with the format and more of the mentality of the players while they're out there.
I wouldn't disagree with that, would you?
I wouldn't
if you do East-West and they play hard, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And I think I like that the conversation is about that versus how are we going to make it better? Well, I think
the guys play.
Just change the idea. And Kevin Durant went as far as to kind of point the finger at some of the world guys, a la Luka, a la the Joker. He said, watch how they play this All-Star game.
They want to do anything?
He said they're the worst of them all. And so
maybe that'll light a fire.
I like that there's some challenging going on.
Maybe that will light a fire.
KD was as kind of preferencing it as you guys are trying to blame it on the old heads is what he was saying. But I think the conversation could possibly lead to guys kind of being like, all right, we're going to play a little bit harder, which is all anybody's really asking.
That's all. We just want to see you try to guard somebody so that there's a little resistance when they're
some competition
when they're going to the rim. I did also see a clip today of Stephen A. Smith talking with another guy, and I don't remember his name. You might know this name. He seems like kind of an NBA guy. I've seen him around, but I can't recall his name. They're having a discussion, and the guy said he doesn't understand any of the complaining at all. He said they play as hard now as they've ever played in the All-Star game. And Stephen A. Smith lost his bleep. Like Stephen A. Smith was, what?
Yeah.
He goes, you mean to honestly tell me? You're going to look in the camera, and you're going to say, Stephen A. went off on that. But I had to disagree. I don't see Jerry West and Walt Frazier, they played the All-Star game hard. That was a long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
But even Jordan and Magic, they played the All-Star game.
Long ago that Dwayne Wade broke Kobe Bryant's nose
in an All-Star
game. It's like fouling him too hard. So it's not like you gotta search way back.
Yeah,
it's just,
and you don't need Isaiah Stewart or somebody to go throw punches. Just play hard. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. We'll see what happens this year in the All-Star game. The Kobe Bryant thing made me think of a clip I saw the other day. You'd appreciate and love this, Tony, and you've probably seen it. USA versus, I'm going to say Spain in the Olympics.
When he ran through.
And before the game, Spain, Pau Gasol was on the other team, of course.
His teammate for the Lakers,
His teammate on the Lakers, but in this case, he was on the other team for the Olympics. Kobe says, first play of the game, Powell's going to set a screen. I'm going to run him over.
So I'm going to run through his chest.
I'm going to run right through his chest, and everyone on the team goes, get out of here. First of all, how do you know the play?
Right.
But, Kobe, he's like, oh, I know what they're going to run. Anyway, first play, Spain runs the thing. Gasol sets a screen, and I mean Kobe decks him.
Full speed.
Full speed. And everybody looked at him and went, okay, I guess this is on. That was the allure of a Kobe Bryant. Even Pau Gasol was interviewed, said, hey.
He knew it was coming almost.
He knew it, and he said, I wasn't surprised by it. This is the greatness of Kobe Bryant. All right, Gwynn and Chris, let's get to spring training. AJ Preller, it seems as though the contract situation is something we can all expect to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So, of course, AJ was asked about it at spring training today. We'll hear some of this answer, right, Scrabe? It's a little bit lengthy, but you'll get a little feel for what AJ's thinking.
AJ got a little long?
Yeah, 3 minutes long.
How come you don't have a contract extension?
I mean, again, continue to talk to John, and I think again, it's something that like anything, it's like when the time's right, the moment's right. Hoping to line up on something, hoping to have something here that that can focus me back on the field and go from there. But we'll see where it goes in the next couple of days.
How important is it to you? Being that your primary thing is building a team and all that, how important is it to you that this gets done, gets out of the way?
I mean, again, to me, like either way, I mean, like ultimately, I'm under contract, so it's I think it's all about putting a team on the field that's going to win, and there's still a lot of work to do in terms of continuing to round out the roster. So that continues to be the focus. Like I've said before, I love being here, love San Diego. Feel good about the work we've done as a group, again, it's something that we still have some unfinished business. So that's really the motivation for for the city of San Diego to go out and win and be a part of it, and hopefully we can do that.
With the contract, how important or is it important that it be settled by opening day? So you're not necessarily going into the season with it being your last one under contract. Does that matter?
Yeah, again, I'm not setting any kind of deadline or anything like that. I mean, I think to me, it's always open just to having conversation and, trying to see if we can work something out. But
AJ Preller is the master. And I really think if he had any spare time, Tony, professor at a university, and I'm talking like a Stanford, not some, community college.
The ACC Stanford
of the ACC, professor on how to say something and not say anything at all. He is so good at it. It is a master class. But I mean, I get the feeling that it's going to happen. Everything I've heard him say, I feel it's going to happen. And what else is he supposed to say there? Unless he wants to be critical of somebody,
I guess
he's going to say, "Look, I mean, we'll get. I love it. We'll get something lined up here." And again, he likes the word "again." Have anybody noticed that?
Yes,
that's his
drinking game.
Again is his word.
Here's from Smash the Numbers. 2 options for this.
Here's from was this?
Yeah, the chat. Smash the Numbers.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Either 1, AJ Preller is looking to get another job, or 2, with the ownership change and lockout, they don't really care right now. Either way, this is a red flag.
I don't see any red flags because I can't imagine. He's under contract and he's aware of that and he's going to work.
There's so much.
What does red flag mean? Let's discuss.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Means there's certainly more that's going on behind the scenes than we think, and there's strife.
That's conspiracy stuff there.
But I mean, they talked about an extension in November and it hasn't happened, and now we're actually here at the season and it hasn't happened.
Right.
I think that's a little bit of red flaggy.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, so you're in agreement with Smash?
I would
Mouth
say.
Here. Was it? What is it?
Smash the Numbers, but I like Smash
Mouth. Yeah. Listen, I think there is reason to have some concern.
You do?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do. I do. I think, given what has been said, it just seems like it's been a long time. Now, I think I'll worry more once you get to the season and nothing's done.
Okay, so
know
you
what I'm
think
saying?
opening day is going to be your real line of demarcation?
My antennas will be up.
Okay. But can we also understand that they are thinking and trying to sell the team, and adding a big contract on your general manager is more on the books that has to be dealt with in a exchange of ownership?
Of course.
So I think the timing for AJ and the Padres to do this is very tricky right now. That's why I think it has taken this long.
Of course. But I don't think that should remove the red flag. Yes,
Okay.
it's gotten sticky. And guess what? If new ownership comes in, there's no guarantee that they're going to want to bring. They don't have an attachment.
Yeah, well, they do, because we all have
I
one.
mean,
they're not stupid. They're not going to come in and immediately.
Are you telling me there's never been ownership that came in and put the people in that they wanted to bring in?
Yes, really bad ownership.
I don't know if that's realistic, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, it does make sense that they're trying to shop the team and they're receiving bids that are supposed to be due by the end of February.
Of course.
They don't want, quote unquote, dead weight for the new owner.
I'm not saying that that's not a possibility. What I am saying is, even whether it's a possibility or not, let's say it is, it's no guarantee that whoever comes in here next is going to want to, is going to look at AJ the same way.
I don't disagree. New ownership can change anything, but there are certain parts of an organization that I think, any reasonable and semi-savvy owner is going to understand as a part of this organization that it needs to stay around.
Hope you're right.
I think he's going to stay.
And especially if it's like a guy like Lacob who has his experience in basketball, like,
right.
You don't have a guy right now that I know of.
Who's he going to go to? The Warriors assistant GM?
What's that guy's name? He's he used to be on TV.
It's not
Mike Dunleavy going to come in?
Mike Dunleavy is the new guy. Yeah.
Who's the guy on TV now?
Myers.
Oh yeah,
Bob
Myers. Get him involved. What about Pete Podesta? Is he around?
Yes, he's in your division.
He's taken, Scraby, and he's busy building a winner over there in Denver. The funny thing, the one last thing, and we got to get to break, but we're talking about it as we all love AJ. I know there are some people out there who are like,
"Oh, let me read you."
We love to see him be gone. So I want to acknowledge that there are those of you out there.
I'm glad you brought this up. But here's from Mark Bob 1 on Twitter. An open letter to new owners coming in. I've been a fan.
He's letting the new ownership know.
To ship him out, man.
I've been a fan since 1970. San Diego have been excited for this team pre-1984 and 85, again in 1997-98. This city, this area rocks its sports teams if you're trying to win. AJ Preller has not gotten us to a World Series yet.
Is that how he said it?
Well, it was like half capped and half not. Someone named Shawn Michaels said it's time we part ways and bring in a new GM with new ownership.
Let me ask anybody who says that this. Have the Padres ever had a better run in their existence? Answer, not even close. They've been to 2 World Series, but then they checked right out of contention.
But what don't you... AJ Preller hasn't gotten them to a World Series.
Was that in caps?
Why are you slamming your head on the ground?
Here, okay, fine. I will read it as he wrote it. AJ Preller has not gotten us a World Series yet.
That's how it was written.
Has is capitalized. Has not is capitalized, and yet is capitalized.
World Series was not capitalized.
It was, but it wasn't all capitalized.
Right, it was just like World Series.
Yeah, he wasn't yelling at us there.
No, I'm trying to look out for those of you who think that the grass is always greener, and that's why that's why I would much rather be in contention every year and have a shot at it, than throw this away and see where you could go, because it could easily go worse.
Gator Padre says, if only AJ had got a hit against the Dodgers in 2024.
Yeah.
Or anybody for that matter.
Well,
right?
Fernando was hitting until game 3. So
we went 24 innings, I hate to say, and I think we had 2 hits. I know we didn't score. So
well, AJ wasn't up to bat, so.
And they didn't hit much last year in the playoff, right? Against the Cubs.
No,
so
no.
both times.
Even the game they won, it was a big homer.
2-1,
yeah.
3-1. Yeah. So it's been tough sledding in the playoffs. for the Padre offense. I remember to listen around 5:30 today. We'll announce the biggest fan. That fan will have a chance to qualify for a night in our Odyssey suite at a future Padres game. The staff will be there, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Register your name at 973thefans.com/biggest fan in order to potentially have your name called. We continue from the Bill House Studios, where we know how. Gwynn and Chris with Beto Duran and his thoughts maybe on the NBA All-Star Weekend when we return.
Gwynn and Chris.
Tony, you care
more.
to,
Tony, I don't know where Tony went.
because Tony
I see the
normally-
corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh,
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
hope he didn't. Yeah.
Did you think he fell in the shower or
Well, I hope he
something?
didn't meet with foul play.
You think he met with foul play in our commercial break?
I don't know.
I mean, he is in New York City. So.
He's in New York City. It could be, you never know.
All right, we'll just go forward.
We're just going to go forward without Tony. I'm sure he'll rejoin us when he gets a moment.
Everybody stare at that box in the top right corner because it's just the corner of his room.
I'm going to look now. I'm kind of intrigued.
Oh, someone says maybe he's in the bathroom. I don't know.
He's been known to go there, as have all of us, frankly, but him more than most.
Over under, Tony just forgot that he was doing the show.
That's not nice. So maybe that's what they're thinking.
You know what just hit me, Chris?
No.
What if Tony went out to get like ice or something and he forgot his room key?
That is something
Very
that
well
he
possible.
is more than capable of doing.
Because he would never be gone this late, this long, with knowing that he was on the show.
No kidding, man. We took a commercial break like 5 minutes ago, and he has not returned.
I'm going to text him.
Like, are you out in the hall trying to get into your room
Say,
right now?
Everything okay?
Oh, no. This
Question mark.
is scaring me. No. Did you hear back from Tony yet?
No, I'm thinking
Something.
he locked himself out. He doesn't have his phone because it's in the room, so he's down at the front desk or something. I
don't know. I'm sure there's a story in here somewhere.
There's
when we get
definitely
him
got to
back on
be
the
a
air.
story. Anyway. I was very concerned about Tony, and I took him off the screen because he's not back. I guarantee you he got locked out of his room.
I don't think you're wrong, because that makes sense. But how far away is the lobby? Of course, the New York hotel, it could be one of those ones where you got to wait a while to get up to the...
And he's just sitting in line. I don't know why I find this so funny, but it is.
Well, it's funny
to me.
it's funny if he comes back with a funny story.
Yeah, like
It's
I locked
not
myself
funny.
out.
It's not funny if he fell and hit his head somewhere
Well,
and we don't know where he is.
Of course,
That's not funny.
Of course, that's not funny.
He's obviously not with his phone because he hasn't gotten back to us.
Has Tony locked himself out before? Not during the show, but I'm sure he has at one point in his life.
Of all people, Tony would certainly seem to be one who would do it.
Oh, August also says, Clinton said, got to use the key card for the elevator too. So maybe he's just stuck.
Can't even get down? No, you don't need the key card to go down.
Okay.
You only need those to go up. You should be able to get down to the lobby to say, hey, I locked myself out in New York City. But if we do, can you go to the Padre Hotel and knock on Tony's door? We don't know where he is still.
Yeah.
Still hasn't come back.
And I turned on
It's
his.
been 20 minutes now.
I know. Now I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
I
What
don't know.
happened?
I don't know. I
We
would
don't
call
know-
the front desk of the hotel, but I have no idea where they're staying.
I don't know where they're staying either. And when you sent him a text and said, is everything all right? We have not heard back from him. He is still not back in his room.
I bet you he is standing in line in the lobby as we speak.
Trying to get his key back. Or a
Someone
key.
said text Jesse or Dave, and
It's really not a bad idea. Maybe at the next break, though.
Yes.
If we get to the next break, we got to text those guys so that they can go make sure he's okay. Because I don't know where he is. It's crazy.
Dave Marcus is probably the one to text
We'll text Dave.
because he's Jesse could be doing anything, but Dave's always there ready to go.
You're trying to say Dave has a ho-hum life and he'd just
Well,
be sitting around
he's-
waiting for a text, whereas Jesse might be busy. Is that what
Well,
you're...
I mean, Dave's been doing this job for like 30 years. I don't
see.
think what is the word I'm looking for? Never mind.
All right. Well, there's certainly an explanation, but we don't have it yet.
Text Scan. I don't know Scan well enough to text him.
We're going to text Dave if this gets to the top of the hour, and we still don't have a Tony Gwynn Jr. sighting. All right, do we just go to traffic like it's normal behavior time? I mean, it just seems weird.
We got to move on with the show.
Show must go on?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we're going to do the good, the bad, and the really, really weird and ugly next here after traffic. All right, it's with less enthusiasm than usual that we embark on the good, the bad, and the ugly for week 2, Scrape.
I'm going to try not to worry too much.
I'm going to try not to worry also. I'm not necessarily the worrying type.
I'm not either.
But, I'm intrigued now at this point. Like it's with this long pass to Devontae Smith.
He's back.
Helped put him there.
Hold on. He's back, everybody.
Stop everything.
Comes the blitz. I literally, we went to commercial break. I laid on the bed, and then I just fell asleep.
He's back. I never even considered it.
Tony, you care to
Tony, I don't know where Tony went.
Because Tony,
I see the corner of his room.
Cruising through the first hour. Padre heavy, as it should be. Was kicking on baseball, which is really the fun time of year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
These are the last.
March is really good. I mean, when you think about that, you've got the start of baseball end of March anyway now, and then you're right into the NCAA tournament the same time as opening day, opening week. That's a pretty good week.
That's a good point.
There's a lot happening there. I think there's some other, the holidays are always fun, but I think late March is pretty good.
Late March is definitely good. It's a heavy workload during March, but nonetheless.
Yes, you judge yours by your workload.
Yeah, that's exactly how I think of it. Nonetheless, talking some NBA, particularly the Lakers. None other than Beto Duran joins us here on Gwynn and Chris. Beto, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. I love when you do your show by yourself.
No, I'm not by myself today. Believe it or not, I'm not. I promise you. Chris Ello has decided to show up on a day that you are joining us. He is here with us.
I didn't know you were joining us. I'm out of here.
wait, is this the legendary Chris Ello?
Pretty much, yeah.
No, wait, long time, first time, man. Loved it.
Ello, like you're a legend.
Who is that?
How many jobs do you have?
Biggest fan.
How many jobs do you have? How many jobs
do I have?
He's got 3.
Right, you got this?
I referee high school basketball in San Diego State. Yeah, 3. But it's really 1, and the other 2 I think of more as fun. This is fun too.
Beto, Lakers
keeps me out of the house. Beto, that's the main thing.
Good.
Lakers in action tonight, taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Lakers kind of muddling along here in the season as we get to the All-Star break. How would you assess this ball club here as we get to the end of the first half?
Exactly where you were kind of expecting them to be. They're not elite. They're not too bad, but they're in that middle area where you're going to be stuck because teams between the 3 spot and the 7 spot are only usually separated by 2 games lately, and it can change every single night for them. But this is a team that's not healthy. The other night was brutal. I did the pregame show. I do with Michael Thompson. We do an hour and a half, right? And Michael is crazy as could be, but we definitely talked about Clay's surprise party, what Megan did, the plans. That was our pregame show. That's what it was.
Well, I asked Tony who the point guard was, the starting point guard, Kobe.
Bro.
And Tony'd never heard of him before. I mean, like if Tony's never heard of him,
he drafted first round a couple years ago, but he's been in the G League lighting it up, and they're injured. Austin Reeves is not going to play second nights of back-to-back, and you shouldn't, because right now in the NBA, if you get any kind of calf issue, everybody is scared about what it could potentially be an Achilles, like we saw with Halliburton. So there's no there. LeBron is 41. He's not going to play second nights of back-to-back, and you should not be counting on him for that. Luka has a hamstring. You're not going to worry about that. You're not going to force him to do that.
Right.
And then DeAndre Ayton, well, yeah, if he plays, if he doesn't play, it doesn't really matter with him right now. And then, Marcus Smart tweaked his ankle the night before. So they were banged up. They're a team that right now, Tone, as they're going to the All-Star break, they cannot wait for this weekend just to get healthy. And then they don't play again until next Friday. So they're really going to have some time to heal. But it's a team that is up and down, but you really can't get too mad at them. But then you can't get too upset with them because they're like 10 games. So it's hard to assess them. And I'm not making excuses for them, but it really is right now because you're dealing, like you said, Chris, who are these guys that are on the floor right now? You have no idea.
Beto, the criticism of the Lakers is loud. And I mean, other than I guess they're a polarizing team. Let's put it that way. And so I hear so many of the negative people, and they say this team has no chance. They're complete, using Tony's word, a complete fugazi if they think they're going to ever win a playoff round. They can't guard anybody. Defensively, they're terrible. This, that, and the other. All right, I don't know how true it all is. Luka's too slow. LeBron's too old. The whole thing. What do the Lakers say when they hear this stuff? Because they've got to hear some of that coming out. What does the team think of this?
The team is always going to be, here's the line, and I know it sounds like an excuse, but it's true. It's like, well, judge us when we're healthy, and then you can figure things out because the guys playing for you are not going to be there. But are they as good as their record indicates? No. Can they blow anybody out? Yeah. Can they get blown out? Yeah. Most of their losses this season have been double digits. That's why it's frustrating to try to figure out who they are. Like Luke Kennard was a pickup. He's a shooter who doesn't shoot that much. He's like a lethal three-point shooter who only puts about 3 a game. Like if anybody plays Prize Picks, Luke Kennard is frustrated because there's some games he can get you 5, and other games he doesn't even shoot at all. He's not going to play defense for you. This is a team that if you're in the playoffs and if they're healthy, they can make some noise. Are they a team that's going to be in the Western Conference Finals? No. You should not be betting on that. Even the most hardcore purple and gold glasses wearing Laker fan, if he's saying that, they're still delusional, right? Like you got to know, like there's not. It's a team that can win the first round. They can maybe get there, but it's hard to figure out. And then LeBron James is 41. I know he's trying to defy Father Time, but at the end of the day, he's still 41, and teams know how to scheme for him. And one of the biggest problems with this is I'm not one to like criticize coaches too much, but JJ Redick is still learning how to coach at the NBA level. It's one thing to play. It's another thing to know how to actually coach and work a locker room because he throws guys under the bus a lot. And then you got to figure out, like, okay, we got to take things back. It's not that the guys are soft or they're taking it personal, but you got to know how to finagle that where stop pointing the fingers all the time, like take some accountability. And this is great. When you look at the coaching staff in the front row, you see him, you see Nate McMillan, you see Scotty Brooks, old guys, right? But look behind them, all the youngsters are doing the work, and those are the ones that the players are really looking at. Like there's a guy who always stands up behind JJ, and Greg St. Jean, who's like 38 years old right there. That dude is going to be a future NBA head coach, and I kind of wish he was doing more than some of the old guys.
Yeah. That's always an interesting dance, I think, for a staff, especially as big as the staffs are now, right?
But he's also bringing up how the relationships are. Like, does JJ Redick and Scott Brooks and those guys, do they hang out and talk to players, or do players only feel more comfortable talking to the guys in the back row? Right.
Well, that's the thing, because Tony knows this. When you're taking batting practice, you're working with certain coaches, right? When you're shooting with certain coaches, there's certain guys you have a relationship with, and you kind of cater towards the younger guys. Like the veteran coaches, like Scott and Nate, they're there to give JJ the advice. They're like the Don Zimmer on the bench, right? Where like they're there to give him like, hey, this is some advice here, some there. But JJ's got to figure out how to coach. And then you see like the San Antonio coach, Mitch Johnson, who's a young coach who's going to be coaching the All-Star game, but he came up through San Antonio, through the video department, through the Popovich ways. You see the coach
kind of like Spoelstra when he first came through the Heat.
Exactly. Like Degano, who's the OKC coach, was coaching in the G League. So these guys have been head coaches in coaching, where JJ, a couple years ago, was still playing. So like that's one of the issues with the Lakers, and they don't play defense, and they don't have an advanced scouting department.
Beto Duran joins us here. He covers the Lakers pre-post during the games, and Beto, talk to me about where this team goes from here. I mean, is there a move out there? Are they going to stand pat, given that LeBron's contract is going to come off the books if he decides not to return, or if the Lakers decide not to have him back? Are they willing to use that first round pick they had in order to enhance their chances this year?
Well, you're a guy, Tone, that you love your Lakers, and it's always like, what are we gonna do here? And this is a year where, like, I'm planning my vacation in May. See if I could somehow find a way to work the FIFA World Cup, because I'm not planning anything for June, bro. Like, that's just the reality of it, because the Lakers have shown at the trade deadline they didn't make any moves and they punted on the season, which sucks because you have a 26-year-old Luka Doncic. And could they have made some moves? Possibly, but the moves out there weren't exactly the best. They were going to be moves that make them like a 5 spot instead of like a 2 spot. So there wasn't really big moves to be made. But
just the Kennard move really is the only one.
Yeah, that's it. And the buyout market was weird because you see Sochan gets released by San Antonio. Haywood Highsmith is out there, but instead of going and waiting for the buyout market, they signed Kobe Buskin off the 2-way deal to their final roster spot. So that's what they got their 15. But it's going to be the off season. What can Rob do to figure out are they going to give Austin Reeves all the money, or what kind of move you can make considering you're going to have 3 picks that can be traded? Like, that's what it is. So that's what sucks though, because if you're Luka, you're like, all right, I'm 26, bro, and you're kind of showing me that I got to deal with this right here. All right, well, this off season, you better go and get it. And then this is what I don't like, not just about the Lakers, but any of the big time organizations, Dodgers included. It's like, okay, we're going to go and get the big name out there. What makes you think that Milwaukee wants to do anything with you? Like, that Giannis was going to be the guy.
To make a move, right.
Yeah. If I'm honest, I'm looking at the Lakers, I'm like, bro, you guys are like, can't even figure out who the owner is. You want me to come here? Like, why? Like, do I really want to play here? Like, what are you doing? And seeing the way it's just, I don't see the Giannis move happening. And just like, look, let's be honest. Luka Doncic fell into the Lakers' lap. They didn't go get him. He was given to him.
Yeah.
Beto Duran is with us. I think you tell a lot of these guys that we got a really cool pregame host, and you'll get to know him and hang out with him. His name's Beto Duran.
No, man.
You don't think that'll bring Giannis here? 2 questions real quick.
Let me tell you, the Lakers, you don't get any access, bro. Like, way from a distance.
LeBron James, just quickly, like, what is going to happen with LeBron James at the end of this year? Is it time to fade? Do they just have to wait for him to decide? And how is that going to affect their future? Number 1. Number 2, I don't mean this mean, because I love Luka Doncic. Watching this guy is a joy. But is there anything he can do to be a better defensive player, since that's the only criticism we hear of him all the time?
Start with the Luka one. Like, no.
Okay.
Like, that's his game. that's where, hey, Jared Vanderbilt, hey, Marcus Smart, hey, everybody else plays the defense. I mean, Luka can, but if you're asking Luka to go 2-way like that, like, he's not Kobe, man. He's not some of these other guys that are going to be locked out every night. Like, the other night he took a charge. We're like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But he's not there for you. As far as like LeBron, you want to think, okay, is it time to fade away? But then you see some nights where he goes down and he's the most athletic guy on your team. He's the best one on your team. You're like, damn, this dude really is 41 in 23rd year. But he knows and he sees it. And you see all the passive aggressiveness from him and Rich Paul about how the Lakers decided to move on. Like, they could have given the contract this offseason. They did it. Now, could LeBron come back to the Lakers on a better contract that's team friendly? Possibly. But if I'm him, would I do that? No, I never give billionaires money, man. Like, why give them a cut? So where could LeBron go? Look, I mean, he could retire, but then again, he could end up his career in Cleveland. I mean, they made some moves. But the thing with LeBron is we're never going to know anything about him because he doesn't talk to anybody. He does his own TV productions. He has his own crews following him around. He has his own podcast. So even when we do get a chance to talk to him, it's very, very basic. And it's going to be the summer of LeBron.
Well, I'll have Tony tune in and keep me up to date then. And we got like 1 minute left. We got 1 minute left. What do you think about the All-Star weekend? And is this the answer to finally getting it back? Or Tony and I said, it's never mind what the format is, just need the guys to play a little harder.
All-Star weekend. So I'm going to go out of town and I'll talk to you guys next time.
You're going to, take the time.
That's what he thinks of it, basically.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, man. It's washed. It's washed.
Okay. No saving it. Well, have a good vacation, sir.
Thank you, Beto.
Yes, sir.
Good talking
Thanks
to
for
you,
coming to work.
Beto. Yeah, my pleasure. That's fair. That's fair. I'll take it. But
Beto Durant joining us on Gwynn and Chris. He's always fun to catch up
I
with.
like him.
Especially when it comes to the Lakers. All guests on 97.3 The Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
I'm looking at the rosters for the All-Star game while I was talking with Beto there. And I'm looking at the roster for the world team. You realize that Lincoln High's San Diego-born Norman Powell is on the world team?
Oh, yeah. Who was he representing in the world?
Jamaica. Evidently,
okay.
he's got some Jamaican
Okay.
nationality.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fudge the numbers a little bit
fudge in
because
there.
there
That
ain't
threw
enough.
me. I don't ever think of Norman Powell as a as a world team player.
No, not at all.
Congrats to him, though. Being on an all-star team is impressive. I mean, his name is there with Doncic, Jokic, Siakam, Wembayama, and Antetokounmpo. I mean, the world team, if they had SGA and Giannis playing,
I hope
the world team clean our clock?
I hope the world team comes out with their hair on fire.
They look like that roster's insane. I know the U.S. teams are, obviously dotted with great players. Kawhi, LeBron, and Curry are on the same team, although Curry's not going to play.
LeBron it might have a sciatica issue, so you never know.
He's over that. That's so old.
He's going to load manage.
And then what is this here? The young U.S. team, I guess.
Is that the third team?
Right. They've got Cade Cunningham and Booker and Ant-Man and is that Jalen Durant? Oh, God, I was going to say it's not a Bulls Jalen Durant. The Bulls got
that's
Ivy.
the Durant that
got into the fight.
Fisticuffs
Chet
the other day.
Holmgren. Tyrese Maxey. So they got a young team, and then they got the older guard team. Brunson, LeBron, Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi,
Karl Malone,
Durant,
Shaq.
Karl Malone, Jaylen Brown. Yeah, those guys. I might tune in this year for the first time in ages, Tony, just to see.
Way.
I might. Late fourth quarter of the championship game.
See, that's the part that they care the least.
Believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Let's get to break. On the other side, Daily Gambit coming your way.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. Doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go.
There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh man, this is hot. Not that bad though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one.
So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh man, this is hot. Not that bad though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now.
Hour number 2, Gwynn and Chris, 3:01 the time. Olympics continuing out there. It looks like we got 2 bronze and a silver today.
Oh, I had it taped.
Well, I'm just giving you that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you don't even know how to tape.
You don't know how
anything.
to do any of that.
I haven't watched a DVR in a long time.
I will tell you all the U.S. hockey score because it's over. 5-1. United States prevails there. And Chloe Kim falling a little short of snowboarding history today. I wanted to see the final score. I mean, how they make the determination. The young lady who's 17 years old who won at 90.25. And where's Chloe? She was like 89 point. You know what I mean? It was like right there. Just missed.
I don't understand the judge sports.
Who knows? It's hard to understand those, right?
Yeah.
There's no way to know.
I mean,
They need a judges. Everybody else has a podcast. Judges need to get together, put a podcast.
Start explaining how they do it.
They can explain how they do it. Then we can all be know-it-alls in that
Could
too.
you imagine watching the Super Bowl? There's no scoreboard at the end of the game. They just get together and hold up a sign. Seattle.
That would be wild.
They outplayed them. We're going with Seattle.
That would be crazy.
That seems what it's like.
I bet you it was that she landed slightly askew, or she didn't make her full rotation or something.
Yeah, who knows? It was. I'm
You
sure it was
sound
very
crazy.
close. But
I know what I'm talking about.
No,
Tony.
you don't.
No, you really
You
don't.
don't know nothing.
I know everything about snowboarding.
All right. Well, that's good. We'll
Great. Now he's going to ask me something.
We'll probably have a snowboarding category in today's Daily Gambit. Let's see what happens there.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. Here are some of the bets that we made last night. Celtics minus 13.5 against the Bulls. We all went Boston, and the Celtics won by 19, 124-105.
They took it easy, too. I think they were up by 38 at one point.
Wow. Oh, 38.
The Bulls trades are not paying dividends at the All-Star
Probably
break.
by design. You said
Maybe
you were
right. Yeah.
tired of being the middling team that they have.
Well, I'm wishing for the middle now, Tony. Don't forget, I don't like to tank games. I know that this is a thing, but I don't like my teams to lose.
Maybe the karma will benefit you because your teams haven't really tanked. They just kind of were there.
They tread water.
Right.
They did. Yeah, they're not. They're sinking now.
They're saying you were going all in.
They're sinking now.
Someone finally got to Jerry. He's like, Jerry, we just got to lose, man.
They're losing.
we just got to do this.
I mean, now that there's like 5 NBA teams tanking, they need to join.
Yes, they're in competition with a lot of others.
Houston minus 8.5 against the Clippers. Chris and myself chose Houston. Tony chose the Clippers. Clippers win 105-102.
Just a reminder how good Kawhi Leonard is. He won the game all by himself, basically.
He's good enough to do that when he's healthy. Period.
That's just, he's this guy. Amazing.
Dylan the villain, who has been suspended for a game because he got a 16th technical foul.
He's got 16 all. Listen,
we're not even at the All-Star break
even when
yet.
we were talking about Rashid, right?
Who got a lot of Rashid.
It would be like at the last couple games.
They would take to the
if
end
he's
of the
not
season.
Careful, he'll get suspended.
Dylan's already got 16.
This
Wow.
dude is
He's
just
already gonna miss a
blowing
game.
through technical fouls. Wow.
I wish they had a nod on how many he'll finish with.
Talking about embracing your
name.
Your name.
Oh yeah,
he's fully embraced.
You can't be called Dylan the villain and have 0 technical fouls.
I guess that's true.
You can't.
I guess that's true.
Well, we bet on his points scored last night, over under 19.5. Chris and Tony went under. I went over. He had 23.
Had a good game.
Yes.
They lost, but he had a good game.
Now, Laurie Markkinen, is that his name?
That is.
Over under 20.5. There's a major controversy with the Jazz that we need to get into, guys. But 20.5.
Is this the one that Adam was fake upset about?
He may have been fake upset.
I thought we talked about it the other day. They're throwing the game. They're keeping Markkinen out in the fourth quarter. We get it. We don't like it.
I think
but
there's
we
a
get
bigger
it.
conversation
Okay.
about it because now teams are tanking before the All-Star break. Like that's bad.
They've been doing this I've been saying this. They've been doing this.
But have like so many teams just so blatantly started to lose.
I don't know that there's any more teams that there this year than there was last year. The difference is these guys are allowing a guy to play for half
and then take him out.
And then taking him out. So as I was explaining to Adam, when the league comes to them, they can't be like, you're holding guys out. They're like, no, we're playing
them. Here's the other thing. You can blame the NBA for tanking at the midseason. Major League Baseball has at least 5 teams a year that tank before the season starts. And I hate to say it, but that's true.
I think it's way harder to like let me rephrase that. I think it's harder in basketball. Let me think about this. Yes.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because there's not as many games.
Tony, when he's stuck like that.
Thank you. I was gonna have to move on and never come back to it because I couldn't think about it.
I'm sorry.
No, thank you. Marketing over under 20.5 points. Chris and Tony went over. I went under. He had 19. USD minus 2.5 against Portland. We all went Portland. USD
had no faith in those Toreros last
13-point win.
Good win
71-58.
Good for them.
Also, Cal at Syracuse. Syracuse minus 6.5 on the spread. Chris went Cal. Tony and I went Q's. Q's wins 107-100 in OT.
Double OT. So if you had Cal plus 6.5, you had it won the whole time.
Yeah.
Until obviously the very instant, they win by 7 in the second OT.
The Orangemen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tough loss for Cal bettors.
Aztec women minus 4 against Colorado State last night. We all went Aztecs. We all lose. Even though the Aztecs won.
It was a fake line anyway.
But it was a fake line, and it was pretty close because they won by 3. So
Yes.
I didn't miss it by much. And as I said, it would come down hopefully to the Colorado State missing a shot at the end and then maybe having to foul, and the Aztecs could go down and hit some free throws. But they did miss the shot at the end, but the time ran out. So they couldn't foul.
Yeah.
So the Aztecs had to win by 3. It was really quite a very good game. Kudos to both sides. They played a really hard, I thought, high-level, fun game last night.
Final bet, USA men's hockey minus 3.5 on the puck line against Latvia. And we all went America. America won 5-1, so they win the bet.
All right, here we go with today. Right now, and Tony's the only one of us at 500 this week. He's 12-12. Scraby's got 11. I've got 9. I had a 1-6 day yesterday. So on to today we go with UCSD, the Tritons at home. Tonight, Lion Tree Arena, if you're so inclined, go out and see a little college hoops against UC Davis. Tritons are 6.5-point favorites, Scraby. They've been struggling, though. After a 10-1 start, they've gone 6-8. So they've, been kind of mediocre. They did beat Davis the first time around, if that matters.
And
to
on
you.
the road.
Right, and they're home tonight. Who are you going? 6.5.
I think it's going to be a close game.
I'll
go Davis.
UC Davis, the Aggies. I'm going to go with the Aggies as well. I think it'll be close. Tony, you going to go Tritons here or stay with us?
I'm going Tritons.
All right. UC, there's a lot of letters in this game.
There he is.
Your guys, USF, you keep telling me is terrible. They're 8.5 over Oregon State tonight. Is Oregon State that bad?
I would have to think so because USF has not had a great year.
The Dons conference is at
West Coast,
all the way at the bottom here.
That's why Gonzaga wants out. I mean, that conference is going to go.
You know who's in first place in that conference right now?
Santa
Not
Clara?
Gonzaga. Santa Clara, 13-1. Gonzaga's 12-1. Anyway, the Dons and Beavers are both 6-7 in the conference. Your guys are favored by 8.5, Scraby. They must know something. I'm taking USF. It seems like a incorrect spread to me.
It does.
Tony?
Yeah, give me
You going Beavs?
No.
Oh, going Dons?
You going Beavs?
That's their name. Be a hard time. What do you want, Scraby? You going with you guys too?
Where did Tony go with?
with the Dons.
You went with the Dons.
Oh, man.
I'll play the contrarian just so I can pick
You're going against your own team, huh?
so I can pick up a game.
Texas women minus 8.5 at Vanderbilt. This is a high level, 4th-ranked Texas, 5th-ranked Vanderbilt. Vandy getting 8.5 at home.
Wow.
Tony.
Give me Vandy.
I'm going to take Vandy plus the points. Scrape?
I'm going to go with Vanderbilt at home.
All right. I'll take Texas, but that's a lot to give on the road. Lakers minus 6.5 Dallas. Final game of the first half. Scraby.
Sorry,
I know
I'm trying to
Tony's
catch up
taking
on
the
the bet. What
Although
was it again?
Tony bet against the Lakers the other night and won.
Sure
Sorry,
did.
say it one more time. I was taking down
6.5 Lakers.
Okay.
Over the Mavs.
I don't know. Oh, Cooper Flag's out.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yes.
Kyrie Irving is out.
I'm going to go with Lakers.
Yeah, no Kyrie Irving, no Cooper Flag,
No
and
Anthony
no longer
Davis.
Anthony Davis. Jason Kidd still trying to coach that team?
Oh, he is. He's getting. He's starting to get a little. Let's give Mike starting a little Mike Schultz to coming off him a little bit now. Getting tired of the question.
He is.
Oh, is he? Is he starting to? Yeah. Najee Marshall is the high scorer for Dallas, at least by the odds. I've never heard of him. I'll take the Lakers. Tony, Lakers? I'm
yes,
sure.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Mamba -1 or LeBron. It's a tough one, but I'm going to go Mamba. He's due for a breakout. Tony? You're rooting for both of them, but Mamba -1 against LeBron.
Yeah, give me Mamba.
Mamba?
Well, hold up.
Wait a minute.
Give me Austin Reeves. You're not calling him Mamba. He don't get a can.
Well, he's the hillbilly Mamba.
You gotta add the hillbilly part.
Does he like
but
the
I can't call him
Mamba?
hillbilly. Somebody got to get mad.
That's okay. Well, let's just call him Austin then.
Do we know if he
Reeves.
likes the hillbilly nickname?
I don't know if he likes.
You know
it
what's
or not.
funny is Tony got me there on the Mamba, and I agree with him. I actually crossed out the word Mamba as if that matters. Like, I'm not using it. Don't worry, Tony. I crossed it out.
I'll go LeBron.
LeBron. Tony, are you went with Reeves?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Demi Avdija. Anybody know even though that is? Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Guy averages 25 points a game. He's in the All-Stars. Never heard of him. He's in there tonight against Utah, 22.5. Sounds like Tony's pick. Going over under 22.5 for Denny.
Who are they playing again?
The
At
Jazz.
Utah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Book it.
over. Book it.
Book it.
Scraby.
Yeah, the Jazz are going to actively try to help him score. So I'm going to get over.
I'll also go over. Tomorrow, USA women hockey -6.5 against Italy. Scraby. This is a hockey game. Italy's the host team.
I mean, they did just beat, I almost said Canada, 5-0, right?
Canada, and then they got the Norwegians coming up. But tomorrow it's Italia.
We are just brutalizing these names.
Well, that's Tony's.
I did it once. You guys are doing it every day.
We love it, though. We love it. We're all over it.
I can't.
You can't give that many?
No, I can't give that.
All right,
many.
you don't have to. That's why they put the odds out
there. But the
there.
women, the disparity between
sometimes
skill,
women. I mean, the women's team outshot whoever they played. They did like 62-10.
But they just didn't.
But they won. They didn't score that many goals. I will take USA. That's a lot, though. 6.5. Tony.
USA.
Okay.
Katrina wants to know about Finnmark.
Yeah, another country that Tony invented yesterday. Finnmark and Hungary. Our geography expert over there.
Yes.
All right, that's it for the Gambit. I don't know if you want to stretch here to Scrabe. You make the call. You're producer.
Come on. Let's stretch it.
All right, I'll take a minute. I want to thank the folks at the Spiros gang came to the women's game last night.
Oh, wow.
And it was really fun, man. April was there and Sharon. Everybody was from Spiros. Michael, the son of Spiro. They hadn't seen a women's game. I kind of invited Sharon because we have two players from Greece on the team. And I wanted them to meet the Spiros people and maybe start a bit of a, relation. And it was fun. After the game, they went down. And the one girl from Greece ended up being the star of the game. She had just one of those games that you would appreciate, Tony. 4 points, but 7 rebounds, a bunch of block shots, steals, tap outs. Really, it was the hero of the game despite scoring 4 points. So she met all the Spiros people. Now they're inviting her to come in and cook and work in the restaurant because she loves anyway, it was a fun to see that kind of interaction going on. And the folks at Spiros they've been great to us. And now I'm trying to kind of hook them up with the women's basketball. And it's
a win-win for everybody right there.
Good. Yeah. And the women won last night. UNLV lost a surprise. So they are 2 games up now with 6 to play. Looking good for them to win that conference regular season title.
I got to follow up on something, Chris, about the Aztec women's team. Did you ever get into more trouble for asking the players to trash the UNLV coach when they came here?
That's right. I forgot about that.
I did. I asked the players that were in studio, to trash this gal. And I'll be honest with you, they're coming here next Wednesday. If nobody believes me, come watch this gal coach.
I've seen her in action.
You will know what I mean.
Wild.
She's crazy out there. The players handled it perfectly. They didn't take the bait.
They were the best. This is how you know they're well coached.
Right.
The moment he
brought
put
it
his
up.
thoughts into a question phrase.
Yeah.
I mean, almost at the same exact time, they looked at Ben.
Yeah. Like, no.
And then he's like, no.
And Ben's
no,
like,
no,
no.
no.
Ben is the PR
Like,
guy.
Do not answer that
All right.
question.
I just want to say, you guys are right in everything that happened, and maybe I shouldn't have gone there. However, I'm not going to say which assistant coach at the next game said she heard it and she almost drove off the road laughing. She thought it was so funny that I brought that up about the UNLV coach. So
I'm not saying that you were wrong by any means. I'm just saying that they knew.
There is a definite thing going on between those two, and I think it'll make the game next Wednesday quite fun, actually.
That's the kind of peek behind the curtain is
little bit,
every
yeah.
one of these teams has one team or one coach
Sure.
that they just don't vibe with for whatever reason.
They don't.
So I get it.
All right. We have reached the break, so good for us. More Gwynn and Chris is coming up here from the Bill Howe Studios, where we know how.
From the
some Luis Arise audio here in a sec. Saw that Shams was reporting that NBA expansion. I think we might have did this Big Five or one of the days, but NBA expansion is seemingly coming down the pipeline.
Oh yeah, we did do it in the Big Five.
And the two cities that were named were both West Coast cities. It was Seattle and Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was kind of interesting because it's like, well, how are you going to fit that in? It's going to be uneven. One of the West teams will move out of the West into the East. To me, it's the easy one is
Oak City.
I was thinking New Orleans.
Oh, they're in the West. Yeah.
You know, I would think you'd slide that one to the East Coast.
I think you should move New Orleans and Oklahoma City and bring Atlanta back where they belong in the West, like they used to be in baseball and football.
Right. That was.
I mean, that was
always
the
a
most
bit-
ridiculous one of all time.
Yeah.
So
That's the move for. Oh, speaking of which, and hopefully, if all of us can wrap our minds around reading the article for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Great article by Evan Drellick, kind of explaining what it would look like if indeed a salary cap was implemented, how it would affect baseball as we know it. It's a really, really good article, but it kind of takes some nerding out. So all three of us are going to try.
Can you give us a little preview? Does he think it'd be good or bad?
I don't want to give
not-
you a preview
not
because
gonna tell us?
he
Okay.
doesn't necessarily say it's good or bad. He just kind of presents to you all of the things that we've become accustomed to and things that would
So
have
those
to
things would
change.
have to go away.
Some of those things would have to go away. Some of them would just look different, but it's a really good article, and we'll get into it tomorrow for Friday.
Why don't
show.
we just, let's table a rise because you sent something yesterday or this morning that I really liked. It was last night. And it was somebody talking about
the NFL?
The quote, socialist world of the NFL. And I say quote because I don't want to get into all of that malarkey.
It was a really.
But it was interesting.
Yeah.
The guy said, do our economy however you want to do it. But the NFL's economy has worked in the world where everybody shares
our
everything.
Most favorite, the best sport,
Right.
most popular sport
is a socialist republic because, the worst team in the NFL gets as much TV money as the best team.
Right.
And they get a chance to rebuild themselves first.
Right.
And
So they all look out for the little guy in football. And whereas
the
in
irony-
baseball
Right.
is the opposite, where it's capitalism and get as much as you can
Right.
and don't care about the guy you step on to get on top. It was an interesting way of,
the
bringing
irony
it up,
of that
I
is
thought.
that it's the NFL that is leading the way.
Right. The nicest
the
league
NFL is the most
yeah.
money-hungry sports organization in the world, but
the most capitalistic group maybe in the history of
their
America.
ecosystem works
But their
best, though.
ecosystem is socialist.
which is crazy.
It is.
And I never thought about it like that, but he made some sense.
Made some really good points.
I don't want to play the whole video.
Yeah,
It was a
because
little
it gets-
lengthy.
it
I think I
gets
gave you the
political
highlights.
and
Very.
Yeah, I gave you the highlights, but that's it is something to think about it. And do you like football better than baseball?
and that's
And
how-
most people would say they like football better.
They do. They would.
So
Let's get to break. Kirk Kenny on the other side. Talk a little bit about this Pac-12 schedule that surfaced yesterday that had everybody in a tizzy.
the flex game,
Flex
whatever
game.
that means.
You're going to learn more about it here. Kirk Kenny will explain it all. More on Gwynn and Chris.
From the first pitch of the
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number.
Just I searched her name in the account system, and
What is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd
I
be better
thought it
off.
was
You would be
cool.
better. You'd be better off admitting that you wear your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
it only happened that one time because I got caught.
How did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged, and so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days
What
later.
did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well,
why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my!
I can neither
goodness.
confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names.
No,
But I walked in. I got called into the office, and I sat
Oh, my
down.
gosh.
And all my boss, I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew
Said,
what time
"Did you
it was.
visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I
Damn.
took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
Oh my God! I'm so glad you're sitting in this seat now.
Yes, I'm so happy you're not doing any
bank.
job that can be dangerous to people's futures.
this was in the first year that I was there. I learned my lesson
As
thoroughly.
Chris, as I said, as soon as they walked in, they was like,
Yeah,
that's
that
our
window.
guy right there.
That's our window.
We're gonna take him down.
Yep.
Just lucky I didn't get caught for like. I can't even say. I'll tell you guys off break whose account I saw
It's
and how
diabolical.
much money they had sitting in their checking account.
And this was how long ago, too, by the way?
Ooh, 2009, 10. Way before I became a good person.
Didn't Bank America end up getting in trouble, or was that it was one of those banks got in trouble?
all of them get in trouble
Yeah.
for selling information, but
I heard folks like you.
I wasn't selling any information. I was just wanting to see what was going
Just
on.
curious.
I didn't check their account activity,
You
which I
just
could
check-
have been like, oh, they bought this here. I'm going to go up there. You know, I'm not that creepy.
Well, that's stock.
Oh yeah, you're not that bad.
I'm not that creepy.
This is amazing, by the way. We're supposed to be doing.
How are we supposed to do baseball picks under
I
these
don't think we can
circumstances?
anymore. I think we gotta push it. You guys never did it. Well, I mean,
No, Scrape. We didn't. We didn't do it.
Really?
okay.
Like you work at a bank, you're looking at people's account information? That's unbelievable.
It only happened for a little bit, and then I got in
Only
trouble.
for a little bit.
I can't stop laughing at this because it is quite hilarious, Scrape.
But you were saying that I may have gotten robbed or whatever. I actually did get robbed when I worked in San Francisco, and they're called quick change artists.
how long did you work in the banking industry?
8 years. I was a teller supervisor when I finished. I was also the merchant teller, which took in around $150,000 in cash a day. Guess what? Always balanced at the end of the day.
Yeah, I bet.
But there was a guy who walked in. He had about $5,000 in hundreds, and he handed it to me. He said, "Can I get 50s for these?" And I said, "You know, it's pretty annoying that he wants
$5,000 in hundreds.
in hundreds, and he wanted $5,000 in 50s. He just wanted 50s instead of hundreds. So I had to go get it from the vault. I come back. I'm starting to count it out, and then he's like starting to ask me questions as I'm counting it out.
He's trying to miss.
And then
What did I tell you, Chris? This is what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
That window right there.
Hey, this guy was so good that no one saw it coming. But so when I started getting mad at him because I counted out the 50s, he goes, "What are you doing?" I asked for 20s. And I'm like, "What?
He tried
You
to
did not
play
ask
you.
for 20s. You asked for 50s, bro." I had to go to the vault to get those 50s. And as I was getting all mad and talking to my boss, he took the cash off the counter and put it into this folder that he had on the thing that.
The original 5,000 in hundreds.
Yeah, well, he kept going like that. And then I was so mad, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my drawer. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm out of here." And he walked out. And
How
then at
much
the end
did
of the
he get from
day,
you?
$3,000.
He got an extra 3 on you.
$3,000. Yeah, he got
See,
$3,000.
the thing about criminals like that, they can sniff out a mark really.
I'm
easy.
not a mark.
You are 1,000%.
I was
a mark.
actually the bank's
dog. They got you for 3 extra.
And that's the only time in my 8 years that I ever had anything happen like that.
I'm sure there are people who've been there 8 years that never had 0 taken.
Scrape, I got a 20 here. Can I get 5 5s, please?
I hate you guys.
Let's get to
That was one of the worst moments of my life, but you know what? It taught me a lot. Never trust anyone ever again.
You know what? You definitely have learned because you don't trust very many people.
I don't
You
trust
are-
anyone anymore.
You are.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity.
Is sometimes what goes on behind the scenes. Spent pretty much the entire break, Tony trying to teach me how to record our login for the Athletic articles. Scraby had the login Sent it to me. Tony taught me how to copy it into my notes. I'm good to go. I can now read the Evan Drellick article.
I just want you to know that you are snitching on all of us right now.
Oh, we're not supposed to know that?
Yes,
You think the Athletic is listening?
I hope they're not.
Yeah, sorry, Athletic.
If our login and password, if y'all login and password don't work,
If it doesn't work tomorrow,
I
You know
don't
what's
make
up.
I don't make enough money to buy an athletic login, so subscription. So I'm happy.
you kind of need this.
Well, I use it here
you would think I
from
would.
the same IP address.
3:34 is the time. We're going to talk. Kirk Kenny's going to join us in a minute. We had to have Kirk on because we got to figure out, or we're trying to figure out, what in the world the Pac-12 is doing. Now, the question was, as the Aztecs go into the Pac-12 in football and every other sport, but football. Oh, by the way, hats off, a thumbs up to Sean Lewis, center court on the floor last night at the women's game. Good for him. Good for him to be there. Supporting the women's team. That was good. Good on you, Sean. So you got the 4 non-conference games, and then you have 8 games left. You can play 12 in college, right, in the regular season. The Pac-12 only has 8 teams.
But they're one short.
So they'd be one short. You only have 7 other games. So what were they going to do with that last game? And some people thought the Aztecs and everybody else would just have to schedule another non-conference game, which would be difficult because it's hard to find other teams that would be available at that time of year. And then there was talk, are they just going to play another team twice? Or what are they going to do? What they came up with was the flex game. It's the final game of the season. It's scheduled on a date, but we don't know who the Aztecs are playing. And they're going to determine it, I guess, based on the need. Well, we'll get Kirk to explain it. But and the game does not count in the standings. So they're treating it like if you're 7-0 and then you lose that game, you still finish 7-0.
Oh, this is going to become a numbers game. Like we need to beat a certain opponent, so we're going to look for that type of
what
opponent.
They're going to try to do, the way I read it, we'll get Kirk to confirm or deny. Sounds to me like they're going to see where their teams stand in terms of qualifying, if they can, for the playoff. Who needs to beat who needs to match up with who?
Because it's in their best interest to have somebody into a bowl game,
but also to get into the playoff.
Right.
So if I don't know.
Well, that's what I meant, was the playoff first. I mean, obviously, if that's
you're going to maybe put the best 2 teams against each other in that game, then they'll play the championship. It's crazy. But the idea is to try to do something beneficial for the conference by waiting to determine who the opponents are.
How many teans do they have right now?
They have 8.
Okay,
in
so
football, they have 9 with Gonzaga in basketball.
I was going to say, is this something because they needed an even number of teams, but they have 8, so they're good in football?
Yeah, no, they need the extra game, though, because there's that 12th game. So they've decided to do this. That's calling it a flex game. I believe the Aztecs are tentatively scheduled to play Fresno State as of now, which would be their second game of the year.
November 28th.
Right. And we shouldn't call them Fresno State.
They're the team up north.
Team up north. And if you go on the Aztec website, I congratulate Jamie McConaughey and all the gang.
Did they get that done?
They call them TTUN.
Wow.
Yes, they do.
That
they do not.
is fantastic.
They call them TTUN, and good for those guys to stick with Sean Lewis on that one. But
it'll be even funnier when they call them that to their face. TTUN.
Do you think they would ever put it up on the scoreboard when they came down here?
That would be ultimate disrespect.
Put it up on the scoreboard.
I mean, it's not as. Never mind.
I like it.
Never mind.
I like it because I think it's all in fun. I really do. Fresno State may take it the wrong way, but that's too bad.
Which might be a good thing.
Yeah. All right, let's check traffic and then we'll get Kirk in here.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This traffic report supports a Fentanyl-Free America, brought to you by the San Diego DEA. Stalled car has been taken out of middle lanes on southbound 805 before Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Still seeing some residual slowing there. Also westbound 8 before El Cajon Boulevard. There's a collision involving Couple cars, it's over to the right shoulder. You find a stall on the College Boulevard off-ramp, eastbound 78, and got a vehicle over the side, northbound 15, just before Old Highway 395. It's over to the right shoulder. Families laughing, parents cheering, futures filled with hope. The American dream is possible when our country is fentanyl-free. Protect communities, prevent fentanyl overdoses, and support those impacted. Learn how to protect your loved ones from fentanyl at dea.gov/fentanyl-free. I'm Kelly Danik with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Lead story in the San Diego Union Tribune today on the sports page was written by our friend Kirk Kenny. He joins us here on Gwynn and Chris. I always kind of just go right into the first question, and I always forget to say, hi, Kirk, how are you? So
good afternoon, gentlemen.
this time
Hello, Kirk.
I'm going to welcome you to the proceedings.
How was your Chick-fil-A today?
Very good. I had a little cup of chicken noodle soup, chicken sandwich, and some iced tea.
Does it ever surprise you in any way, or is it just like it's the same thing you order every time, right?
I change it up a little bit. Once in a while, I might be somewhere where I get like a free slice of pizza, so I'll change to some chicken strips. The big news is I went into the CFA transfer portal last week. I'm going to be switching my home base to another Chick-fil-A in San Diego, so I'm still in the process of picking which one.
That's news.
That's
right
shocking.
There.
Is that Chick-fil-A going to be able to stay in business?
I was going to say, has your agent informed the old Chick-fil-A as to what your intentions are here?
Yeah, it was on social media, so it's been widespread out there. And my next thing will be picking where I'm going to make some official visits around town before I make a selection on where I want to end up. But
whichever
that'll be
one
unfolding in the next few weeks.
Whichever one, Kirk, gets you a commercial on TV, because I'm
yes,
still holding
it's
out
time
hope.
for you to get one. It really, truly is. For those who are wondering what this is all about, Kirk Kenny has eaten at Chick-fil-A
37 years now?
No.
It seems like
It's a long time, though. How many days? 4,000, is it?
No. Today was day
1400.
1601.
1500.
He said, no, today
I
was
know.
1601.
Yeah, that's 1,601 days. Every day, obviously, but Sunday they're not open. All right, Kirk, let's get to the Aztecs football schedule, which you wrote about today in the paper. At the top story there at the banner headline. And, you got, it looks like, I'm not sure, right? Do they have TTUN twice, or do they only have them once and kind of twice? Try to explain November 28th to us and what the Pac-12 is trying to do here.
All right. I'll backtrack a little bit. Since there's only 8 football playing schools, that means there's only 7 games to play, but they have 8 games to fill out the schedule. So they've been looking at various ways. One thing they considered was, do we just ask the schools to play a 5th non-conference game? The problem with that is it's difficult at this late date coming up with non-conference opponents. So they looked at several different scenarios. What they decided on was to play what they're calling a flex game. And they've already kind of tentatively assigned who you'll play for San Diego State. That would be a second game at what I still say Fresno State, but they only will say the team up north.
Yeah, right.
In fact, I've been told that for last year's game on the trophy, the old oil can, that it does not even have the F word. It just says the team up north. So I need to get a picture of that.
The F word.
In this case, that word is Fresno. Let's clear that up.
Yes.
By the way, that brings up another question while you're explaining this, but if you play for the oil can twice, does that mean it switches hands potentially during the season? I guess it does.
Well, and that was a question I raised in the story, but my sources tell me that every time they're taking the field against the team up north, it's going to be for the oil can. So, yeah, that means the traveling trophy might get a little more wear and tear.
Yeah.
So right now it's listed as tentatively as Fresno State, but they have the option, the conference does, of switching up some matchups to, say, avoid. That's the last week of the regular season, so they would want to avoid if 2 teams met that were also going to play in the championship. And then also they want to make sure that it positions them best for a potential college football playoff berth. So they might also consider what else would be a matchup that might help in that regard.
I mean, if somehow, some way that those 2 matchups had to happen in back-to-back weeks and it was advantageous for a team to find their way into a playoff scenario.
Let's say the Aztecs needed to beat Boise State twice.
Right.
Right. And then they gave them the game in the flex and they win that. Then they beat them again in the championship and that boosted them in. Is that something they could do?
I guess they could. Well, here's the other thing so they also want to make sure every school has 4 home games and 4 away games. And so to get to that final week, 4 schools that have to have a home game that week are Utah State, Colorado State, Fresno State, and Washington State. So the other 4 schools will be matched against one of those 4 schools.
That's interesting because I see what you're saying here. Because here's the thing, Tony. I'm looking at the schedule printed out, and if you look at the 21st, the final game that's scheduled, the Aztecs are at Boise State. So if the flex game needed to be between those 2 schools, they couldn't do it because both Boise State and San Diego State need a road game, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's weird. Okay. I don't know.
Well, and I just don't think you want to play the same team back to back.
Well, I think you should play them 3 in a row. You should play them the last game, the flex game, and the championship game.
Yeah. And
3-game
maybe
series.
all on the same weekend. On the same weekend.
You get a lot of
Friday, Saturday,
attention
Sunday.
that way. People would be talking about it. Kirk Kenny's with us. The flex game is something that I've never seen before in college football, but that's what the Pac-12 is going to do. I guess the other way you can look at this is actually smart. If the Aztecs are undefeated and they're in, kind of a James Madison type of position, Tony, but Fresno State's in second place, maybe it'd be smarter to change that, have them play last place Texas State so that they have a better chance to stay undefeated. Make sense, Kirk?
Right. Yeah, I think you're going to look at whatever scenario would potentially boost them the best. Then now the thing is, the next week you're going to have the championship game, and if a team were to be undefeated, they'd definitely be playing in that. So, what does it all come down to?
Kirk,
there's going to be a lot of change, I think, especially from the broader spectrum of the entire FBS at how they are viewed after what happened this past year, like especially in the ACC where Duke won it with a 7-5 record, and so they weren't going to be going anywhere. So, that was a wake-up call that you can't be having that kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, we had 2 teams from the group of 5 in the playoff last year, and unfortunately...
And, of course, we can't have any of that, right?
Well, they didn't help their cause by James Madison and Tulane, both getting
but
trampled.
Didn't Alabama lose 38-3? I mean, should they not have been in it either?
Yeah. No, you're right. They shouldn't have, but they don't think that's going to change.
I think we all agree that they shouldn't have been. They
Notre Dame should have
been
been in ahead of them, and we said at the time. But all right,
Kirk, with the teams moving, the Pac-12 really kicking off next year. What type of benefit does a school like San Diego State have versus where they're coming from? I mean, it looks like the Mountain West has completed their conference and tried to boost it in the best way possible, but it still looks like, in terms of which conference is better, that the Pac-12, at least on paper, looks to be a little stronger.
I definitely think the Pac-12 is probably stronger. I think the best thing that could have happened would have been if they had absorbed, say, the best 9 or 10 teams, the best, say, 9 teams from the Mountain West, and still branded it as the Pac-12.
Yeah.
And then maybe found 1 or 2 other schools that would boost the whole conference. But I think they've kind of the way they've split things up. I don't see really that many advantages for San Diego State. I think being able to say you're in the Pac-12, that sounds better. But the money's not that much more. And they're going to have to pay so much of an exit fee, depending on how this lawsuit works out, that the biggest thing I've been saying is that in 5 years from now, are they better positioned to really be in a better situation? Because if they're not, I think there's not that much difference, I think, to being in this conference.
I think what Kirk is saying is, makes a lot of sense, at least at this point. The 2 teams that are going to be coming here next year to play football against the Aztecs that would not normally be here, but because of the new conference, are Texas State and Washington State. Are those 2 moving the needle to the point, right, where people are going to be flocking, to get tickets because those 2 teams are coming in? The answer is probably not yes.
Well, and Washington State was just here 2 years ago as a non-conference game. So,
right. So,
I think that it just remains to be seen. But I mean, I think they've been trying to make the best out of a situation that in a lot of ways has been out of their control.
Yes. I mean, what would have been really good is if they would have let us into the Pac-12 when it was really, truly still the Pac-12. Because we all know there's a difference, unfortunately.
There's a big difference. I know in following this for 40 years that whenever I heard talk about joining the Pac-12, it was, oh boy, they're going to get to play UCLA and USC and, Oregon and Washington. I don't know that I ever heard somebody say, oh boy, they're going to get to play Oregon State and Washington State.
Yeah, no, pretty sure no one said that.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
But it is what it is, and we move on.
What about the James Madison? Is that an attraction to anyone?
I think so. I mean, they just coming off the college football playoff, and especially they were needing that non-conference game. The clock was ticking, and I think that was a pretty good get. So I'll interrupt myself. The funny thing there is they had a coaching change, and so their James Madison coach went to UCLA, which is the team that they're playing the week before. They play James Madison. So they're going to see a bunch of former James Madison players on UCLA, and then they're going to get to see the current team the weekend.
Get this year's James Madison. And how's the Aztec football shaken out with all of the transferring and going and comings? Kirk, I guess we don't know till they take the field, but what do we think on paper?
I think it's been pretty encouraging. Much like last year, they have gotten in a lot of guys that I think will be major contributors. The biggest difference this year is they lost 3 or 4 guys who would have been major contributors this year, starters like Trey White, who went to Texas Tech. And they didn't really lose any key players last year. But I do think the portal worked very well in their favor this year that I think is going to boost them at several positions that they would have been a little bit lean.
Tony, who is our guy, the All-American cornerback? He's moving on to the draft.
Chris
Johnson.
Yeah.
Draft time for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kirk. Well, have a good
Appreciate you, Kirk.
We always appreciate you, Kirk. You can interrupt yourself anytime.
All right. Well, when I make my decision on where I'm going to relocate, I'll make sure and invite you guys.
Let us know. We'll spread the word.
Please.
Kirk Kenny.
Will do.
We need to do like a selection show where he has like hats in front of him and then he picks the right hat.
I'm taking my talents
to the Kearney Mesa location.
I just want to make sure they respect my decision.
Fair enough.
Well, you can always go to one this year and then do it again next year, Kirk, if you're going to be a true college athlete.
That's a good point. I'll just keep putting it out to the highest bidder for my service.
Every year. There you go. That is the day and age in which we are. All right, Kirk, go back to your watching Gunsmoke. We'd hate to interrupt. Kirk Kenny is crazy, but we love him on this show. He's brought to us by the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. All guests on 97.3 The Fan. Thanks to the David P. Shapiro law firm, davidpshapirolaw.com. There.
Boom.
So I don't totally know what they're going to do. And you know what? I didn't ask him. We should have maybe, but when do they decide this? Like, are they going to wait till November 22nd?
It's got to be pretty deep in the season.
Are they going to wait, right? Yeah. Are they going to wait till 6 days before the game to determine where you're going to fly? That will add a pretty penny to your traveling expenses. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know that they have much of a hotel.
You got to find a place to go.
That's the tough part. I don't know that they have much of a choice. Like, if you truly want this flex game to have the best impact, you can't make that decision too early.
Wait. Yeah. And I don't know if anyone else knows this, but Washington State, which is now in the conference, is almost an impossible place to travel to.
Yeah.
They don't have a hotel in Pullman, Washington that's big enough for a football team. They don't.
So you're going to stay
across the border in Idaho, which is a hotel. The only hotel in Idaho is next to the University of Idaho, which means if they're at home or they're playing, that hotel might be taken.
Yep.
You can have sometimes I've heard, because I remember this. We played at Idaho. That's why I know all this. A lot of teams, if you've had Idaho and Washington State playing at home the same weekend, the two traveling teams fight for each other to see who's going to get the good hotel. The other ones stay like 2.5 hours away somewhere else because there's nowhere to stay. Now, maybe that's changed over the last 5-10 years, but
that's what it was.
That could be crazy if you have to go to Washington State on short notice. You may not be able to get there. Just another thing to consider.
I'll bet.
But I like this, Tony. 21st, they're at Boise State. Be great if the flex game was Boise State and then the championship game was Boise State. I think that would be really interesting.
That would be.
By the way,
three games in a row in football.
Kirk kind of confirmed my theory that there was an odd number of teams, so they needed to do this. Because he said
there's an odd number of games.
Yeah.
Oh, games.
There's not an
even number of teams.
Gravy thought he had something there.
Dang it.
He was so excited.
I know we got to get to break, but Chambliss news just came down.
The Mississippi
Trinidad.
quarterback?
Yeah.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Other
talk about
side.
it. Other side, yeah.
Hey, it's
There's a Roadrunner. Meet me. He doesn't like me. I guess I wouldn't like me either if I was chasing me. As you can see, I'm all Aztec'd out here at the Aztec Baseball Tournament. It's the SDSU Baseball Alumni Tournament. Right now, we are 1 under in the scramble. And Chris is playing well, Tony's playing well. But our ringer, Jack Townsend, is playing really well. So. So Chris says I can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
We are league 10 now, and it's getting really windy. It's actually kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie, I know we're in San Diego, but we're 3 under as a group. We just got off the birdie, and I just hit my defense. There's a squirrel. He wants to attack me. Squirrely! We just got our second birdie of the day thanks to this guy.
Yeah, a 4-footer after.
It was a 5-footer.
After our pro drove it 300 to the front of the green and then chipped it within 5 feet.
Uh-oh.
Gravy, don't feed the animals.
Don't feed the animals. I do feed animals, but Chris made a birdie putt. Leaving the golf course. And we ended up shooting 63 once everything was accounted for, since it was a scramble, and we had an SDSU golf player, Jack Townsend. He was with us, and he did a lot for us. I think we shot 63 because of him, but we all had a good time. There's a Roadrunner. Meet me. He doesn't like me. I guess I wouldn't like me either if I was chasing me. As you can see, I'm all Aztec'd out here at the Aztec Baseball Tournament. It's the SDSU Baseball Alumni Tournament. Right now, we are 1 under in the scramble. And Chris is playing well, Tony's playing well. But our ringer, Jack Townsend, is playing really well. So. So Chris says I can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
We are league 10 now, and it's getting really windy. Actually kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie, I know we're in San Diego, but we're 3 under as a group. We just got off of birdie, and I just hit my knee bounce. There's a squirrel. He wants to attack me. Squirrely! We just got our second birdie of the day thanks to this guy.
Yeah, a 4-footer after.
It was a 5-footer.
After our pro drove it 300 to the front of the green and then chipped it within 5 feet.
Uh-oh.
Gravy, don't feed the animals.
Don't feed the animals. I do feed animals, but Chris made a birdie putt. Leaving the golf course. And we ended up shooting 63 once everything was accounted for, since it was a scramble, and we had an SDSU golf player, Jack Townsend. He was with us, and he did a lot for us. I think we shot 63 because of him. But we all had a good time. There's Roadrunner. Meet me. He doesn't like me. I guess I wouldn't like me either if I was chasing me. As you can see, I'm all Aztec'd out here at the Aztec Baseball Tournament. It's the SDSU Baseball Alumni Tournament. Right now, we are 1 under in the scramble. And Chris is playing well, Tony's playing well. But our ringer, Jack Townsend, is playing really well.
So, when did you sneak in Backstreet Boys say they want to do the Super Bowl halftime? I didn't see that one in there until...
Oh, we originally had 30 Mile Zone, and so I was building it this morning. Yeah, the Backstreet Boys had a commercial, and now they've thrown their name in the hat to do the Super Bowl halftime show next year.
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet's back. All right, boom.
All right, let's get to some sports news for you. Get off on a tangent here.
Backstreet Boys, huh?
Trinidad.
Yeah, what's wrong with them?
I mean, they're older than me, right?
No.
No
No one's older than you.
He said they're older than me, right?
Methuselah's older than me.
No one is.
Trinidad Chambliss will get his 6th year of eligibility.
Wow.
Yeah,
at Old Mississippi.
Yeah, it is. He's been granted an extra year of eligibility by the state court judge, who issued an injunction that paves the way for Chambliss to be eligible in 2026. In a ruling that lasted well over an hour on Thursday.
Okay.
Judge,
finish the story and then wait till I tell you the punchline. Go.
Judge Robert Whitwell,
of course,
ruled that Chambliss clearly met the criteria to receive a medical red shirt for his 6th season.
I wonder why he felt that way, Tony.
Oh, is he a rebel alum?
Judge Robert Whitwell, who has a law degree from Ole Miss.
Oh, my goodness.
They're not even trying to hide it anymore.
They don't even hide it.
I don't think they have any judges in these towns that don't go to the school.
He has his law degree from Ole Miss. He concluded that because Chambliss was denied this twice.
Yeah, I think it was.
I know it was once.
Right, at least once. Twice.
I was going to say once.
Maybe the appeal was the appeal. So.
But the bottom line is, you just keep trying these cases until you find a judge who went to Ole Miss, and eventually they'll let you do it.
It's not a big state, Eventually it will find its
not
way.
hard to find a guy. I mean, Alabama, they found a guy. They had to overturn his decision.
Right,
it was so
right.
bad.
We talk more about court rulings now than we do about the actual sport.
I just think it's wild. Like when you, I have just been naive, because the first time you said it with the Alabama dude, I just kind of chalked it up like, oh yeah. But I didn't know what you were going to say when you were going off over there.
Right, here it is.
But it's just like, wow.
Yeah. The Whitwell, the judge, is an old man. Now his undergrad is somewhere else, but I mean, he's got a law degree. He's pretty much, I would assume, connected to Ole Miss. So good for Chambliss. I root for the players. He did miss a year at Ferris State with respiratory issues, didn't play the whole thing. So, I mean, I can see his case, but it's also, you're not supposed to have 6 years to play 4. You're supposed to only have 5.
Even just
that
give
rule
me,
has been
just if
completely
the judge went to
shredded by now.
Arizona State, I would feel much better about this.
Give me a
judge from Mississippi
Arizona.
State.
Right.
Oh, who doesn't like
Right,
Mississippi?
right,
There
right.
you go.
We will actually get a fair ruling. I
You
think.
know
If
what
we
I'm
go to
saying? Like-
Mississippi State, Chambliss will be told he can't ever
I
play
mean,
again.
what are the chances that another judge just blocks this injunction?
I think. Listen, a judge
Yeah,
that is
maybe.
not partial to this whole thing could certainly overturn it, as we saw the Alabama. Listen, before I say that, I don't know where the judge went that overturned the Alabama.
Not Alabama.
Yeah, oh, that's a good
You know what I'm
point. We
saying?
should figure that out.
I don't know where he went, but
He went to Auburn.
It definitely, it definitely could happen. Though I'm saying.
Wouldn't it be nice if just one thing in this country was on the legit up and up? Goodness.
It's kind of.
It doesn't matter
what we
what
do
subject
nowadays.
we're
It is.
talking about either.
It really is. All
I'm
right,
just gonna file an injunction and see what happens. I
So
don't know
you
what.
can.
just a random injunction.
Yeah, just an injunction, and I'll get some sort of approval.
Look,
on
I'm not trying to poke fun anywhere, but if you want to sue me today for $1 billion, you can.
Okay, I will. And I'm going to find a judge that agrees with me.
But yeah, somebody will let you do it. You can do what you want.
We are broadcasting live here from the Bill House Studios. We know how to play some Chris versus the Fan.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. We are playing for a qualification for a shot at 2 tickets to 9 Inch Nails at Pechanga Arena on March 9th. And the rules, you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get the question wrong and Chris gets it right, you are eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know. Wow. Let us know before you get into it, and you will get that question for free. And I also have to tell people, if you call and then you start hearing the radio station on your phone, that means you're on hold. So stop hanging up. I'm getting angry.
Scrappy, yeah. That was a
I'm
hard
getting angry.
Putting his foot down.
I go and I have to pull up the phone thing, and then I have to put it on hold, and then as soon as I put it on hold, they hang up.
You know how all of those sayings, like the one you just said, yeah, he's putting his foot down. They all have a history. I wonder what the history of that one is.
Oh, of the foot down?
Like, yeah,
The
somebody.
saying?
The saying.
Yeah,
it came from
okay.
something.
I actually really like.
It's fun to look
knowing
those
that
Maybe
stuff,
when they
right?
used to, let people slide, they had their foot up or something. So
Yeah,
now
maybe.
you
Not
put
sure.
it down.
I'm
Not
gonna
sure.
look this
Look
up.
that one up, Scrappy.
Dominic says Mar, which is my AI recorded
That's
name.
right, Mar.
Mar gonna file an injunction against the other people at the dog park. Absolutely right. Absolutely.
I love that he called you Mar.
Oh, Trevor calls me Mar. It's great. Those are the real ones that call me Mar because they
Oh, man.
understand. We've already done the rules. Let's get into it with Charles. Hello, Charles.
What's up, fellas?
Hi, Charles.
Good day to you,
How
Charles.
are you guys?
How's the day going?
It's good. Just heading home from work, so.
How many
All right.
people in your life have asked you if you're in charge? Sorry.
Quite a few there.
I couldn't avoid it.
All right, here
What
we
did he
go.
say? Quite a few.
Yes, he said quite a few.
Here we go. First question. What auto racing organization holds the Daytona 500?
Let's see.
You're gonna be upset with yourself, Charles. This is easier than you're thinking.
Penske Auto Racing.
Oh no! See, give him a shot.
I think I
You
don't
want
know
the
he understood the
whole-
question.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole group. What are they all called?
Think along the lines of MLB.
it's not IndyCar.
Yeah.
It's
Something.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Not working for Charles.
Sorry, Charles.
Yeah, NASCAR is what he wanted.
Yes.
Sorry, Charles.
Yes.
We tried.
I'm sorry,
He said
Charles.
the something.
Charles, not
Charles,
in charge.
not an auto race. I thought I wasn't an auto
When you
racing
say
fan,
Charles
but
not in charge.
yeah, not that time.
I feel bad for Charles because
Yeah.
that was a gimme. Oh, it's
Yeah,
me.
waiting on you, buddy. Next one.
Let's go to Ian.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
Hey, guys.
Hey,
here we go.
Ian, good to talk
First
to you
question. How many soccer players are allowed per team on the field?
Or the pitch, I guess.
This is to play the game.
Yes.
Okay.
There'd be an infinite number if it's just guys on the field
Right.
standing around.
Go 9.
He's going 9. 9v9.
All right, so we have found two people that are less of auto racing and soccer fans than me, because I know both of these.
I actually had to confirm
You
this
weren't
answer
sure
with
either,
it.
huh?
I was like, I think it's this, but
I'm
to
actually
confirm.
hesitating a little now, but I'm
Uh-oh.
almost sure it's 11, including the goalkeeper.
Very nice. It is 11.
And
to
now
11.
I commit to memory, same as football.
Same as football.
There you go.
Football and football.
We'll
are the
need
same
another
thing.
contestant,
about
see if
that,
we can get
Ian.
out of round 1 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up against the clock here. Give me 1 through 5, Tony. Choose a number.
2.
2 is, I think it's Lauren.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Hi,
I got it
Lauren.
right.
Here we go. First question. Where did James Harden just get traded?
Cleveland.
There you go.
We got out of round 1.
We got
Nice
it!
job. Question number 2.
Has anybody ever looked up an old college picture of James Harden?
With
Yes,
no beard?
You'll never recognize him.
Pretty weird. Yeah,
At all.
Pretty weird for sure.
I guess it's kind of like Charlie Blackman.
Little
Looking
bit.
back
True.
at it.
Blackman looks weirder.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Blackman looks weirder.
What does F1 stand for?
Got a big
I
movie
think there was
out.
an F.
Formula One.
There
you got it.
By
Very
the
good.
way, great movie.
Oh, of course.
My,
With Brad
my
Pitt?
family says
Of
that. I haven't
course.
seen
It
it. yet.
is fantastic.
it's tough.
I'm giving it
If
to
my
you,
family
Scrape.
hadn't
It's got
told
good
me
meaning.
that, I
Good,
wouldn't believe you.
The
Scrape.
reason it's fantastic is because Brad Pitt actually drives some of these cars, and they actually have real footage, and so they're actually doing the racing. Some of the racing, it's really good. It's really good.
All right, well, here we go. Question number 3. Ooh, I like this one. What is the name of the target in curling?
Tough.
Just watch the Olympics.
Do you just watch them? Maybe they use.
The house.
That's what I was going to go with. That was right. Yeah.
Wow!
Very good.
Stay
Yeah.
right there.
All right.
Nice work. Nice work.
I didn't
Right
think-
on time.
Wow.
It's the house. Yeah.
We get to the end of the segment. Nails it.
Wow.
The house is the answer.
That is crazy.
By the way, one of us thinks that they would be an excellent curler who could hit the house all the time.
It's not me.
It's me.
It's him.
It's me. I think I would be.
Tony thinks he'd be a really good curler. We got to get him out
Now,
there
I
someday.
need you.
I don't know where
I
you
need
would
you
do
guys.
that.
I need
could
you
be
guys.
the-
Yeah.
We got to sweep.
I
Are
need
we
you
the
guys
sweepers?
sweeping.
We'll sweep.
Tony
I'll
goes-
sweep for you.
Tony
I'll
just
put
yells,
you in good position though.
Sweep! Sweep!
Scrape will be. Excuse me. What? Forget.
That is that's
Does
pretty-
anybody know? Is there honestly?
All right,
a
we have to
place-
get the break. I'm
All right,
sorry.
but is there any way you could curl in San Diego?
Yes, there's a place in
Yes.
Escondido.
Okay.
I think we need to do it, guys.
That would be kind
It's
of
going to be
interesting.
tough with Tony leaving on Sunday for Arizona,
Well,
but
to table that for a while.
All right, let's get to break. There's a lot of ways we can go. This whole Steve Tisch thing continues to be crazy. The owner of the Giants. What, we got somebody coming on next?
yeah, Badritelli.
Oh, that's
Mr.
right. We're doing
Badritelli. That
Aztec
was 440.
basketball.
That's right. Badritelli.
Very good.
Coming on next. Assistant coach for SDSU coming up next. More Gwynn and Chris.
From the 8-5.
San Diego State men's basketball getting their bye in the schedule this week. Did not play yesterday, but a chance to get healthy, get ready for a home game Saturday night against Nevada. Aztecs right there at the top of the Mountain West, and we're joined right now by Ryan Badratelli, Aztecs men's assistant coach. Coach, how are you today? And I'm sure this isn't an off week for the coaches.
Yeah, no, thanks so much for having me. I'm doing great. It's been what feels a little bit like an off week, but it gives us a chance to get out recruiting, gives us a chance to clean some things up. So not quite an off week, but a little bit of an off week in terms of seeing the guys every single day. So I guess it's a little bit off.
Yeah, I heard the coach. What was it? Something after the game? Late in the game at Air Force. He said, if you guys win by 36 points, I'll give you 2 days off. And they won by 35 points. But Dutch had to figure out a way to give them the 2 days off. Anyway. So he changed the rules. So they got the 2 days off right in the end, right?
Yeah, well, it was nice. It's nice to be the head coach where you can kind of change the rules as
yeah,
you see fit. And I think it was, as much as anything, just urging the guys to make sure that we play every possession. And I think that's been a big improvement in our team is being able to finish games. Just finish practice in general. I mean, just all the different things, being able to kind of see things all the way through the end. And so I think that's come with maturity with this team, but it doesn't take without a little bit of urging from the head man a little bit.
Ryan Badratelli joins us here on Gwynn and Chris, assistant coach for the men's Aztecs hoops team. And Coach, what is recruit? You just mentioned getting the chance to recruit during the actual season. I'm sure it doesn't happen very often. What does recruiting look like during the season versus when you have more time during the off season?
Well, it's like if you have a phone and you have an app that's running in the background. I mean, it's always something that's going on. You never stop recruiting. You never stop either making phone calls or receiving phone calls. It's just a constant thing that goes on, especially at a program like ours where high school recruiting, still is and will maintain to be the lifeblood of our program. I mean, our guys that have been in our program for multiple years are really the ones that have set the tone in our program, that have created the culture, that have maintained the culture. And it's been the right reason, as much as anything, that we've, had continued success. And so we're always looking, we're always keeping our eyes out on the best kids, both locally, throughout the country and obviously internationally as well. And so it's always something that's ongoing. We always have our eyes on different guys, and Aztecs a lot of times are guys that emerge, as time goes along. And so there's high school kids out there that have continued to get better through the high school year. And so we're keeping an eye on all those guys and making sure we figure out how to best balance our roster when that time comes. And so you're not able to do that as the season ends. You have to make sure that you're ready when that time comes along the way. And so I think we do our work along the way. We try to not bother Dutch about it too much, but the assistant coaches and our staff are always doing, I think, a good job of making sure we evaluate the talent that's around.
Ryan Badratelli is with us. I didn't really want to go in this direction necessarily, but you kind of piqued my interest with the recruiting question. So if I may follow up on it, and how different is the recruiting now with the NIL and with the transfer portal and with the apparently, to what we read, a lot of the top players kind of feeling like they are running the show as opposed to the schools being able to, kind of make an offer. Just take us through a little of that, Ryan, if you would. I think we'd all be curious, what you're facing out there.
Yeah, it's certainly a shift. I mean, obviously, recruiting has changed in terms of the dynamics. I mean, certainly because of the NIL component to it. But I think also, as much as anything, it's the ease of transferring. It used to be, aside from the money component of it, it used to be where you'd have to sit out a year, in order to be able to transfer. And so there was skin in the game for the athletes. And so now with the ease of transferring, I think combined with the NIL, it shifts a little bit in terms of how you look at things. But at the same time, like, we got to, understand that the most important recruits are the ones that are already in our program. And that's how we end up sustaining success, and we continue to be good. And with the help of the Mesa Foundation that we have, which is running our NIL, I mean, that is what has helped us continue to stay relevant and really focus on retention as much as anything. And then you have to, also keep an eye out on what else is going on, but also at the same time be us, and our authentic self is making sure that we get the right guys that fit within the fabric of the university, that makes sense for the city of San Diego, and so we're always looking at those things as as important as anything, because guys that fit us and fit what we do and how we play and the things that are most important to us is the most important thing. So within all the different parameters of recruiting now, the most important thing is maintaining what we're about and not getting too caught up in who's doing what elsewhere, is being our best self. And I think that's what's going to help us continue to have sustained success, combined with the investment that our community are making into the Mesa Foundation. And so the combination of those things are going to continue to help us move in that direction. But to answer your question, it's changed a lot. I mean, it's not all relationship based. It's not building relationships with recruits. I mean, there is a bottom line that's relevant in talking about recruiting, and how you fit those things together into your roster, makes it a little bit necessary to have some of those roster, conversations in terms of what your roster, bottom line is, financially. And so just figuring out how all that fits together is a real shift from, 20 years ago when I started.
Ryan Babratelli joins us, assistant coach for the Aztecs. It's such a fascinating element of college sports. I think about it from a Major League Baseball standpoint. AJ Preller has his draft board, and he's kind of fluid. He's got a bunch of scouts he sends out. You guys don't have that type of staff. You got a far less to work with, but you still got to cover around the same amount of area. We'll get more into that. I want to talk a little bit about this team before we let you get out of here. The team certainly seems to be starting to round into shape. Guys are getting healthy, starting to find a rhythm within the rotation. As you get to this side of the schedule, what are the things that this team is particularly locked in on as we move into February, beginning of March?
I think more than anything, it's being about winning. For as coaches all the time, I mean, we're worried about every single guy on our roster and buy into roles and getting guys to understand roles and to buy into their roles and understand how their role is really important in terms of how it impacts winning. That takes time. And as many guys as we had returning onto this team, they all were in really significantly different roles, and that's from top to bottom. And so, I think, we get to a point in the season, especially now as we're having success, as really the chips are all laid down, is the guys buying into the most important things that it takes to win. And it's working their minutes. It's understanding what their roles are. It's being bought into both sides of the ball and how it all fits together. I think we're really figuring out what our defensive schemes are and how to best compete defensively. The coaches have figured out what the best position for this particular team is, because every year it's a little bit different in terms of what your strengths are. And so I think the synergy between coaches and players and figuring out each other and figuring out what works best for us is really happening at the right time, which is great. And then you brought up the health component of it. I mean, obviously we've been without two starters for 4 games. Magoon's been out 6, LZ's been out 4, and so seeing those guys start to take the court and start ramping up a little bit makes you feel good as a coach, knowing that we'll be back to full strength hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah, tell Sergio to get with it and get those guys healthy. We need him starting this weekend. He's a trainer.
Man, we tell him every day. I'll tell you,
he's a good guy.
Serge is the best. He's absolutely the best. And
he really is.
We meet as a staff every morning, and then when Serge comes up there, I mess with him. He walks in and he kind of walks in quietly. Usually has like a little cappuccino in his hand. And I tell him, I was like, "You're the Grim Reaper. Like every time you walk in, there's something you got to say. Can we ever have good news?" And so, but he's the absolute best, and he's on call 24/7 for our guys, and he's working his butt off to get everyone back, which is much appreciated.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get Magoon and Harrington back Saturday. Good luck, Coach, and heading down the stretch. February is Aztec time, so let's keep it rolling, sir.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys. Go Aztecs.
Always. Thank you, Ryan Babratelli, Aztecs assistant coach. They got the Wolf Pack coming in. By the way, we have a couple of tickets to give away to that game. Stick around. Do you want to do the trivia here? Scrape,
no,
you
because
call
we
it.
have the Big Five and I have to prepare.
He has to prepare for his big 3 or 4.
What are you talking about?
Possibly 5.
No, there's 5 topics there.
All right, well, Big Five's all right. Big Five's next, but at the end of the Big Five,
get videos ready.
Oh, okay.
At the Big Five, we'll have
my fault.
Scrappy, stop interrupting me.
I wasn't even talking.
Yeah, but it seemed like you were. Big Five, and then at the end of that, we'll have trivia to get you a couple of tickets to the Aztecs Nevada game. So stick around on Gwynn and Chris.
Gwynn and Chris.
find some stuff that fits his narrative.
Not working.
It's coming up short right now. 4:36 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. Scraby says he has a good Big Five waiting for us.
I hope so. Come on.
I mean, I'm just saying.
It's been a while.
You had to work on some video. Did you get the video you needed to make this Big Five as crisp as possible?
Yes. It's
You did.
actually not video that we're going to listen to, but we're just going to look at it. So for people in the car,
Oh,
you're
so
not
this
gonna be
isn't
able to
even
see
for
it.
everybody. This is just for the people on YouTube.
Yeah, but I mean, the question will be broad enough that people will understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm just adding effect by using the video.
Now, would you like to check some traffic before we do that?
Yes.
Okay, let's check some traffic, then Scraby's Big Five.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Frozen Ropes Baseball and Softball Training Facilities. We have a number of problems here. Some defective traffic signals. Westbound 52 at the Genesee exit. Also, southbound 805 past Mesa College. Collision over to the right shoulder. You can find on southbound 15 accident cleared near the 52. But we still have this other accident on the El Cajon Boulevard off-ramp. Northbound 15 accident has been cleared over the right shoulder right before Carmel Mountain Road. And still going to see some activity further north on the 15. Vehicle over the side over the right shoulder just before Old Highway 395. Register for Frozen Ropes Baseball Summer League with 8 games and 8 practices for ages 6 through 12 and receive $100 off your registration fee at SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. That's SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. I think I may have found a number, but I'm not sure if it fits my narrative yet. All guests on 97.3 The Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Number 5.
Now, the Dodgers announced today that they have agreed to a 1-year contract extension with third baseman Max Muncy. He's now guaranteed an additional $10 million in the form of a $7 million salary in 2027 and a $3 million buyout.
Is Max Muncy any good?
Oh, I wish I had it.
Oh, you don't have it anymore.
It's somewhere, but Max Muncy sucks.
Which, by the way, had nothing to do with him as a player. It was something that he said that angered me or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Anyway.
He does have that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I started thinking about the Dodgers, and I realized the Dodgers are kind of old as a team. And so it made me feel a little bit better. What are you looking at?
I'm very interested to hear what you have to say about this.
Because I finally found the number, and it doesn't help me that the Padres are second on this list.
Is that the part you needed to disappear?
No, I need the I need them to disappear. But anyway, the Dodgers have an average age on their team of 28.9. The Mets have the oldest roster of the average age of 29.2, and then the Padres are second with 29. So basically 29 is the highest average age in baseball. And you got guys like Shohei's going into his 9th year. Blake Snell, I believe, is going into his 10th year. Mookie Betts is going to his 12th. Tyler Glasnow, 9th. I mean, I could go down with Freddie Freeman, 16th.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys who have played a lot of baseball. So my question is this, Tony. Should we count on the Dodgers getting older sooner rather than later?
It's not a bad thought. The only problem is the Padres are in the same boat.
I know.
And I think this is the part that people, forget when you start talking about like dynasties. It's hard to maintain. I mean, even from the Padres standpoint, right? I mean, Manny, Bogey, they're all beyond 30. They are. Manny's probably still in his prime. Bogey's probably beyond that at this point. You start looking at their roster. I mean, the Dodgers are certainly hopeful that what they got from Mookie was just an aberration, considering he was kind of sick going the year. But the reality is based on his age, this is where you kind of start to see the decline. Same with Freddie Freeman. I mean, he's 16 in. I mean, at some point, but it's a reasonable thought because the core of their team is older. But
so are the Padres.
So is the Padres.
Yep. Chris, should we hope for the Dodgers to get older faster than the Padres?
Well, we should hope. But based on what you just said, with the Dodgers, falling off the cliff and the Padres gray beards right behind them, I might start betting the Rockies, coming up nipping at the heels. I don't know.
Where do you think they rank on the list?
I just don't think this matters a lot because average age can be skewed by one player who's 46 years old. I'm not saying they have that, but
neither team.
Right. But the Dodgers do have some, position players that are a little older. They just are, but I don't know that any of them are a whole lot worse than they've been. That's the problem.
Right.
Dodgers' oldest player, according to this, is 37, which I believe is Blake Trinan.
All right.
Oldest player on.
Who is the oldest player of the Padres? Bogey?
No, they're saying it's 39. Oh, Darvish.
Oh,
well, he's not playing this year. So what's next?
Who's after Darv?
I think they're reflecting Darvish, but I'm not sure who's after him.
I'll try to figure it out.
Okay.
Number 4.
You're going to try to ferret it out for us.
Yeah, but I'm probably not going to get there.
Oh, okay. Great.
Because I'm looking up something else.
I'm thinking in the bullpen, I don't think it might be Manny.
How about Yuki Matsui? Do we really know how old he is?
He's not 39.
I think he's younger.
Joe? Joe's got to be like
I think
32.
Joe's younger. I think Joe's younger than Manny, right?
We'll look up some ages a little bit later.
We'll get to it.
So
somebody look them up. But we don't have time.
16 Seahawks-Rams Thursday night win was cited by Coach Mike McDonald as the season's turning point for the Seahawks, and it featured what some say was the call of the year. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? Zach Charbonnet picking up the ball and getting a 2-point conversion.
Oh yes, we talked about that on the show.
That's what gave them the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So a replay review initiated 100 seconds after the play, as you know, awarded Seattle a crucial 2-point conversion. Though NFL analyst Walt Anderson downplayed how the review started, 3 reliable sources confirmed to Pro Football Talk Prime Video's Terry McCauley, who's the in-booth referee, alerted league official Walt Anderson via phone call, implying the review and awarded points that would not have happened if Terry McCauley didn't call the NFL.
But they wouldn't have been. So somebody would. I mean, but to me, that just means that somebody who didn't do their job was saved by someone who was paying attention, right? Because the call wasn't incorrect. They got the call. They got the call right. So what would have happened was, if they didn't do that, somebody, rest assured, would have gone back, done this what we're doing right now, and people would have probably been more outraged that the call wasn't.
Well, I think the big deal here is that a guy who's sitting in a booth is calling a referee,
but that's kind of how the NFL operates.
He's not employed by the NFL anymore.
He kind of is, though. Those networks are partners with the NFL.
I'm trying to think. Okay, Tony, if true, or no, is it Chris's turn?
I'm not sure. I think it's Chris's turn.
Chris, if true, how big of a deal is this? I'm not talking about the play itself. I'm talking about Terry McCauley calling.
I have something
referee.
to compare it to, but I'm not going there. This is just so.
I'm really curious.
Well, I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
This is so old and it's just ancient now. It's too bad. There's nothing you can do. So you're finding out something that can't do anything. Number one. Number two, however they arrived at this call, I still think it was the stupidest call of the whole year because Zach Charbonnet was just picking up the ball to hand it to the referee. I guess it was Seattle's year.
It might have been.
But you're telling me that somebody made a mistake, right?
Yeah.
And McCauley shouldn't have alerted him?
Yes, the guy
That's what he's trying to say.
The guy who's in the booth doing replay review for Prime Video should not call the NFL and be like, hey, you missed a penalty over here. You need to review it.
Well, they did it in golf for a long time.
Well, that's
I mean, that was
a
even
whole
worse.
different
That was
thing.
fans calling
Yeah,
in.
that was, and I had.
Is that anything like me jumping over the table and telling a basketball official during an Aztec game to change his call because I didn't like it?
That's exactly what it is. Or you being like in the stands, hey, I'm a referee. You missed that call, and then
That's
they called
right.
it.
Yeah, right. They go, you know what? You're right.
You're right. I did miss that call.
Thank you for pointing that out.
I think this is a massive deal.
Of course you do.
It
Yeah,
has nothing to do with the Seahawks.
I
though.
just can't go massive deal. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
By
I'm
the
just
way,
going...
Manny is the second oldest.
Okay.
He's 3 months older than
Bogey?
Xander.
Okay. Old man Manny and Xander.
33 years old, Manny Machado.
All right. I'm stunned. So, you have anything to add to this?
Nope.
I cannot believe you guys. You guys really do surprise me sometimes.
Even if we raised a big stink, there's nothing that can be done. So I don't have time for it.
How old's Jason Adam?
Move on, Scraby.
No, this is you guys surprised me today with this one because it's so wild
He's
and
born
weird.
in 91, so he's
he's not old enough.
They have
Not
the
yet.
ages right here. If you look at 2025's roster, and every player's listed, and Manny and Bogey at 32 were the oldest last year. So unless somebody's joined the team now,
I'm getting suggestions from the chat. Wandy.
Ooh,
Wandy Peralta.
See, you guys are cold-blooded on that.
That
one.
is
yes,
32.
Wandy. Yes,
Wandy's older.
Wandy 91.
And Jason
Yeah.
Adam both older. They're both 33.
They both are. Yeah.
All right, so on we go.
I did bad math on Jason Adams' day. Okay, anyway.
I missed the 91. See, I don't have ages. I just got years, and I missed the 91.
No one needs years because then you have to do the math. In
No,
your
you
head,
don't.
and
Just
you're
looking
like,
for,
we passed
just
that
looking
date
for
yet?
just look because Darvish is in the 80s. So I'm like, all right, anybody in the 80s?
good
no.
call.
All right, let's
Good
go
call.
early 90s.
That's
I
some
just missed
sleuthing
91.
right
Jason
there.
Adam is 34, 192 days. Wandy Peralta, I just, my computer jumped over my
All right.
clicker.
The Big 12 announced something about their courts for the Big 12 basketball tournament
34,
coming up.
200 days. Oh, Wandy by 8 days.
Wow.
There it is.
Nice job, Wandy.
Old man Wandy.
If we interview Wandy at spring training, we have to bring it up that he's the oldest player on the team.
Right.
So Big 12 tournament in Kansas City, they're basically going to have a video board on the floor. So I'm going to put this up on the YouTube. So if you can't see it right now, it's go to our YouTube, Gwynn and Chris SD, and you will be able to see it. But it is kind of crazy, I must say. I'm really struggling to get this thing up there. All right.
Install it.
Here we go. So they're going to put this out there, and it's going to be a court that just continuously changes what it looks like, and you can use an iPad to change each court. But they're going to have this for their Big 12 tournament, and they think this is really cool. I think it's kind of distracting. You can make the court blue. You can make the court red. You can do whatever you want to this court.
They're going to be doing it during the game? That seems crazy. I can't imagine.
Remember when we watched the NBA All-Star game and they had this and they had stuff moving all over the court? Like, that is what's the crazy part to me. So let me go back to my question. And Tony.
Yes.
Is this too distracting for players?
I don't know. I never played on it.
Yeah, right. Maybe they don't notice it when
It
they're
would
playing.
seem to be
it's
having the court like flash a different color or do some crazy
you've got
graphic
to notice that
while you're
as
coming
a
up the
player,
court trying to
yeah.
run an offense. I think that would be distracting.
I wonder if you can see it under your feet.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like I know we see it on the TV.
That's interesting.
But I would imagine that would be kind of crazy to have
a sponsor pop up as you're dribbling.
Just like how you hit the effects when you send a text. It's like a big flag. Like, could you imagine that coming down the court? All of a sudden, it changes from like blue to white, and it's like wow.
That is kind of funny.
So I don't know. It seems like it would be.
Chris, too distracting for you, for the players? I mean,
yeah, and even for me as the viewer, I never really got used to that NBA All-Star floor. Maybe in a month or two I would have.
Oh, this is coming to
so
this is
I know
gonna be
it's coming to
everywhere.
everybody now, but I think it's pretty cool. It looks like they have a floor for every team, but what are they going to do during the tournament? I mean, if it's Iowa State and TCU, are they going to put a TCU floor down the whole game? That wouldn't be fair
Probably
to Iowa
not.
State.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Probably not.
But anyway, it is pretty interesting.
But they're saying they're embracing innovation.
We're never going to make it, Scrappy. How many stories? 2 so far?
No, we're to number 2 now.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Now, this is why people think that sports betting is bad. So this kid, I can't play this video, but this kid, he got called out for insider trading before the Super Bowl after the Super Bowl because he went to Levi's Stadium, waited for the rehearsal of the national anthem, and timed it to see how long the rehearsal took. He stood out there basically all day, found out how long it was going to take, made the bet, and looks like he won the bet. So I don't even know who's first anymore. Tony,
come my way.
Should this? I mean, what the question here for me is this illegal?
I don't think it should be.
You think it should be okay?
Listen, if you are going to have these type of bets,
enough to put a bet up like
if you
that,
have these type of bets,
darn right,
and someone is willing to do the work as far as going to the stadium, standing out there all day because these times aren't given. Like you said, he had to stand out there until they did it, and then timed it. Had the wherewithal to bring a stopwatch.
Yeah,
timed it and then put his bet in. This is why you don't need to have everything as a bet. Because this one can be gamed.
This is on you for
100%
for having this bet.
I'm glad he did. I'm glad somebody. I wish multiple people went down there and were like,
I wish they broke the sports books on this one.
By the way, this kid looks like he's 12.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I hate to say this, Scrappy. I'm using myself as an example, but I know things about the Aztec women's basketball game before they're played sometimes, before anybody else does, because I'm around the team, and I'm not going to, but I'm saying if there was a prop bet for a certain player that I happen to know was hurt or was throwing up on the bus to the game, that's just out there. So if you want to put these bets out there, you run that risk.
And
I'm
Chris
sorry.
Chris is different, right? Because he has a special job. This particular bet doesn't take anything other than you driving to the place and having an ear to be able to hear inside. That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
and by the way, he probably didn't even wait outside because they have
no, he waited outside. He has a video of him.
Oh, I'm saying, but either way, they bring people into that stadium all the time.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, he couldn't have been the only one who heard the guy practicing the national anthem.
No, you're definitely right about that.
Just most people aren't going to take the time to let me get the stopwatch out.
Yeah, I'm going to go bet on this
now.
later.
I'm going to every single Super Bowl and I'm timing the national anthem rehearsal.
Can make a killing.
I mean, just think about the people who work there or who, in terms of the Gatorade. That's another bet that could be got.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Lime green, darn right. I'm mixing it myself.
So this came up on the chat just like maybe 20 or 30 minutes ago. But if curling, here's the question. Tony, you can go first. If curling isn't an Olympic sport, why isn't bowling?
It's a fantastic question.
Right?
That's a fantastic
Bowling
question.
is a worldwide thing. I'm sure
Is it worldwide, though?
I guess I'm being
Are we only
an
knocking
American
pins
here.
down over here?
No, there's got to be bowling everywhere.
I don't know. I haven't been too many places outside.
Do people bowl?
But I've never bowled
in Norway.
Why Norway?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so maybe it is a universal.
But yeah, that's a crazy question, right? And they have skateboarding. They used to have ballroom dancing. Chris, if curling is an Olympic sport, why isn't bowling?
All right, everybody, a quick trivia question. Can I get it in or no?
Well, you have to answer the question first. And no, the answer is no.
All right, we'll give it to you shortly so you can win Aztec basketball tickets. Don't go anywhere.
Do you not just want to? You don't want to answer the question?
Hot takes,
Oh, that
honest
one? No.
opinions, real sin.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello. Eric, how you doing? Pretty good.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh?
Are you a baseball player?
I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good. Wow.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh?
Are you a baseball player?
I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
All Padre fans,
yes,
broadcasters alike. Tigers did announce officially that Tariq Skubal will be the opening day starter That will be against the Padres.
Yep.
So
Won't be able to duck them this year.
Can't duck that, Ace. The question going forward this year, can the Padres again twice pass through the Pirates without facing Paul Skeens?
I'm gonna go check the schedule.
2 years.
There's no way you're gonna be able to line it up.
No. I'm just gonna see where in the season it is.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
2 years in a row, the Padres have missed Paul Skeens both times.
I have yet to see Skeen. Well, I saw him, but I had to go on an off day to go see him.
Right, he wasn't playing the Padres.
I have yet to see Skeens, and I have yet to see Scooble. I'll be able to. Unfortunately, I guess.
Yeah, you get Scooble
to check him off the box there.
Right. The Tigers have not announced their second game.
This might be the best time to get him, though.
But I'm gonna
first game of the season. He ain't quite built up quite yet.
Yeah. Second game, they haven't announced it, but you got to believe it'll be old
Verlander.
No.
Who?
The really Framber.
Oh,
Valdez.
That's right.
They added him.
That's right.
You may not get Verlander till the third game or beyond.
I think they're going to get Skeens because the first Pirates series is the first road trip of the year.
I'm sure.
So
what does that
the
mean?
Pirates is the 10th game of the Padres year. So I'm thinking in the 3 days they'll probably face him.
Maybe you're right.
We've thought that every time so far.
Do we go to Pittsburgh that early?
Yes, you're in Pittsburgh on April 6th, 7th, and 8th. And you think it's awesome?
No, I don't.
Paul Skeens will be on vacation from the 5th through the 9th.
He does seem to duck the team all the time.
Right, he didn't want to face us.
I don't know if he's ducking.
All right, so that's
I want to see Jackson Merrill, Paul Skeens.
Yeah, well, we're going to see it in year 3 instead of when we really wanted to see it, the year that we should have won the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
We're never going to forget that one, are we?
Nope.
Couple of other baseball notes as we kick off the happy hour here. Nick Castellanos, former Philly, as it turns out. He's been released by Philadelphia. Scrappy, why don't you tell what Castellanos told everybody now that he's been released? Because evidently there was an issue with he and the manager, Robbie Thompson, at the end of last year. Is it Robbie or just Rob?
Rob.
Yeah, Rob Thompson. At the end of last year, Thompson still has never disclosed what the issue was.
And he probably never will,
right,
by the way.
But Castellanos thinks that this was the problem. Scraby.
Yes, he actually wrote a 4-page written letter about what happened.
Okay, he wrote a 4-page written letter.
Yes, about what happened. And he said, all of a sudden, my stupid phone.
It never fails. The phone or the computer, right when you get to the point.
I'm really I clicked on the story and it didn't go there.
I'm really mad because I had the story right here in front of me, and I threw it to him because I thought he was ready.
On Thursday, Castellanos, blah, blah, blah. He said he brought beer into the dugout after being taken out of a game and complained to Thompson about team rules. He said teammates took the beer away before he drank any, but here's what he wrote, quote, after being taken out of a close ball game in front of my friends and family, I brought a Presidente into the dugout, which apparently is a Philly beer.
I didn't know that. I thought it might have been a cigar.
That's all they have in Philly. You get a Presidente.
Well, he had a Presidente in the dugout.
All they got. Or a Yingling. They get a Yingling too.
What?
Beer. They're beers. They're beers.
Yingling?
Yingling, yes.
So Castellanos brings his Presidente into the dugout. He then sits right next to Rob and let him know that too much slack in some areas and too tight of restrictions at others was not conducive to us winning. Afterward, he went into the office with Thompson and President of Baseball Operations, Dave Dombrowski. We aired our differences. Anyway, we all say this to say he has been cut or released by the Phillies with $20 million on the hook.
Here's the thing with Castellanos. He could believe that he was benched because I don't believe he was even in the playoffs, or if he did, he came off the bench in the playoffs. He was not starting any longer. And he's now been released. He can think it's because of the beer. I have a feeling it's because his OPS was down like 150 points last year. If he had hit 993, the beer would have been a mistake, certainly. But I don't think Nick Castellanos would be off the Phillies.
I don't know. I think yes, ultimately his production waned, but when you got into the postseason, you didn't have a better option. It wasn't like you switched it up and went to somebody that just took off. No, you were at a disadvantage because
By benching him?
No, not necessarily benching. He wasn't playing himself, and wasn't playing well for himself.
Right.
So they chose, you know what? Let's go a different route. And I bet you the beer thing didn't help. The fact that they weren't seeing eye to eye on this certainly didn't help. So I think it said one of the reasons, well, I think that's how he started that letter, was one of the reasons was possibly because of that beer.
By the way, he did start
Yeah, I
game
was gonna
3
say.
of the Dodgers series, 0 for 5.
Yeah.
I didn't see game 4 yet.
So Tony, I was talking to Tony before the show, and this is it seems like it should be now that I'm really thinking about it, but this is a major faux pas to bring a beer into the dugout.
Not while the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
when you guys are popping champagne afterwards, or
They
the
actually
game's over, fine.
started this 4th game and 1 for 4. So I don't know what he's
Bear
whining
misinformation
about
over there.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't play. He wasn't he's upset because he wasn't the everyday guy anymore. I
All
think
right,
that's
the
ultimately
question is,
Yeah.
should the Padres bring him in?
Why not?
Do you think
what's
he
it-
fits with the clubhouse?
He can play for the major league minimum now
Yes,
because
he
the
can.
Phillies have all of to pay the rest of the money.
But if
Yes, they
someone
can.
claim, because when you get DFA'd,
No one's going to claim him, first of all, because they
Because you
don't.
have to pay the
Because then you have to
$20
pay
million.
the $20 million.
so Phillies are on the hook for this regardless.
They're going to pay that $20 million.
Okay,
And
that's how much they don't like the guy.
well, I mean, listen, I hate saying don't like the guy. He's not productive, and he's kind of volatile in that locker room.
He certainly is.
Listen, let's keep it a buck, right? The beer thing is we just hearing about that. But I mean, he was kind of going off, I think the year before, a couple different things popped off. So like at some point when your production, and I think we talked about this with Ryan Clark saying it the other day, some point when the production isn't matching the headache that maybe you have become, then they cut ties. That's all teams.
I mean, he said he's ready to play. He said he still loves playing baseball. He said he still loves winning. He's addicted to winning. So
Yeah, batting average about 30 points lower. Home runs down 7, lower than average. OPS down 100 points. He's been trending in that direction also for the last couple of years. I think I would not bring him in. It sounds like you would want him if you get the 34, 100, 309 batting average of 20,
If you get that, you're paying $20 million.
But right, he's not going to do that.
yeah, but what if you
now.
are only paying $2 million for him because $2 million? I think I would take a chance on that.
Why? Even if he produces what he did last year, he's going to hit 250 with 17 home runs. Is that what you want? You're good?
I would rather have those 17 home runs on the Padres bench. I don't know that he's.
I mean, that's
what
what you
hit him if he's on the bench.
That's what you got out of Andujar. You was cool with that, then, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Chris.
Well, Andujar is
17
trending.
homers.
Andujar's trending upward last couple of years. Castellanos trending down. Last couple of years. Difference
Yes.
the way I see it.
I did look through this last night, and Chris is correct. All numbers go down from the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for $2 million,
That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about paying $20 million for lower production.
no, he's getting that from the Phillies.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's what I would also argue on this. Yuli Gurriel. What can it hurt if we give him $1 million and bring him in to be the DH? Well, he can muck up our lineup for a month and a half, which is pretty much what he did.
Did he, though? We went 14. I just want to remind you what the start was last year.
We won all those
that
games.
He was mucking up the lineup.
He was 4 for 36 with the Padres.
Yeah, I know, but Tony's saying they were winning games at that time.
So it was like nobody was paying attention. It wasn't until that winning streak turned into a little bit of losing that everybody was like, who's this DH guy we got
he's
here?
ruining it for
He's
us.
killing us.
See, the difference is, to me, is that Nick Castellanos is still in an age where he's playing.
How old is Nick? 31?
Nick is 34.
Oh, he's not super. He'd be the one of the older statesmen.
Yes, he would. Yuli Gurriel was
40
41.
something. Yeah, no doubt. I'm not comparing her to you, but I see Chris's point. You got one guy trending down. In Andujar's case, he's trending upwards. He's younger.
On March 4th of this year, he's going to be 34.
At this point, would Andujar come in? Honestly, I don't know that there's a spot for Castellanos. Kind of have a. I mean, I know Andujar's played some outfield. I saw him with the first base glove on yesterday. So
we actually have audio about that if we want to listen to it on the other side about Andujar at first base from Craig Stammen.
All right, so that's the Castellanos news. We have a minute to play this from Luis Ariz. This is him in the Giants dugout with a uniform on being asked about whether he's going to change his approach a little this year to get back to where he once was. This is him talking about last year with the Padres. Thought you'd be interested.
Your offensive approach at all, or do you plan to, be?
No, I don't have to change anything. I have a concussion last year, a big concussion in Houston. It's not an excuse, but it's affected me a lot. But the good thing is new year. The good thing is I have another opportunity to get better, and I'm ready to go, man. So the number is gonna be there. So if we play hard,
Does it affect your vision?
There you go. He said it. The numbers are going to be there. If the numbers are there this year, are you going to miss him? I know you're all saying, no, we'll not miss him because
they're going to miss him.
He cost us the entire season last year.
Him and
I still.
Who we were just talking about? DH?
Oh, Gurriel.
Yeah, Gurriel.
Yeah, because Ariz only, what did Ariz hit? 297 and had almost as many RBIs as Tatis, but he cost us the season. I know.
It is going to be more apparent too because it's in the division. You're going to see him. So, I think for everybody's case, they hope that he doesn't return back to that.
I think we're going to have to root against him. He says the concussion affected him last year. We'll see how that turns out.
I mean, I can't imagine that a concussion feels.
I forgot about it. He got
clocked.
He got hit pretty good on that one.
Was it? It was near first base.
It was at first base, right? He was going down the line.
Yeah, and he did get clocked pretty good.
All right.
I think we're gonna miss him, Chris. Give away those tickets.
Who's the only Nevada Wolfpack basketball player ever to win a ring in the NBA as a player?
This is a great one.
And I will tell you, it happened in the last 10 years, and he won 3 of them with 2 different teams. If you can come up with that one, you can go see Nevada and the Aztecs on Saturday night. First person, 833-288-0973. By the way, the only Aztec ever to win an NBA ring as a player is
Kawhi
Leonard. Now, name the only Nevada Wolfpack player.
From the 8-5.
The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
Yeah, it slows down
like
for everybody.
Really slow. As we're getting off, over to my left, there's a couple getting in the gondola, going up the mountain. So it's the opposite for them. They're standing there. The gondola comes up. The door opens. You step on. Well, there was a commotion.
Uh-oh.
There was a commotion.
Someone fell.
There was a commotion, and Lori goes, hey, there's a commotion.
She said commotion?
I don't think she said that, but we go kind of not hustling, but walking over there quickly. There's a lady who has fallen as she's trying to get into the gondola. She's now got one leg in the gondola.
Oh, no!
The other leg and body trapped underneath the gondola.
90.
No, she's probably in her late 50s. How do I say this best?
Oh, she's heavy set?
She's in the shape of somebody who's in their 70s. You've got to rescue the poor lady. She's trapped under the gondola. Of course, as soon as she falls and there's the commotion, the guy running the station stops the gondola.
Okay, I was going to
Which means everybody on the mountain and 4 miles away has to stop. Everybody has to stop while we try to extricate the lady from the gondola.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Underneath the gondola. She's got one leg on the gondola. The rest of her body is underneath the gondola. And when I arrive to see what's going on, I'm kind of the first or second person there.
You're a first responder?
Pretty much. The guy running the gondola place is busy stopping
traffic.
The ride.
Yeah.
No, he's stopping the ride.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we're kind of first there. Lori's behind me. The lady's on her back. She's looking straight up in the air. And the only description I have is one of utter panic and utter terror combined with total helplessness.
Oh, I thought you were going to say embarrassment.
No, total helplessness. She's not only trapped, but she's not even remotely doing anything to help herself. She's kind of in a panic, and you think something terrible is going to happen, or she does.
Okay.
I go over there. First thing, breathe.
That's what you said?
I told the lady to
That's
breathe.
good. That's good.
I said, you're going to be okay.
That's good.
Just breathe.
That's good.
Try to relax.
That was the perfect thing you could have said.
As I'm stupidly pulling this 250-pound gondola, trying to pull it off of her. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're getting
the gondola
an idea.
is way heavier than 250 pounds.
Yeah, right. 1,000-pound gondola.
So you're trying to like move the gondola.
Just move it a little to.
Is her leg like? How is she attached to this gondola?
Well, I told you, her one leg's actually on the gondola in the doorway.
Okay.
Then the rest of her body's underneath. What is stuck with her in the gondola is her belly, not her leg.
Oh, no.
That's right. Okay.
No.
So I'm pulling. By the time finally a couple more people pull and we are able to get enough airway to get her to scramble out of there. And then she immediately stepped on the gondola to go take her ride up the mountain. And off she went.
This is.
I felt like I saved her life. I really do. I honestly feel like I almost saved her life.
I kind of will credit you with this.
You know, she was. I think if I didn't tell her to breathe, I think she would have gone into some sort of shock or whatever you do.
No,
she was
you're
going
right.
into
You're
a
right.
panic, Scraby.
You're
She was going into
absolutely
an absolute panic, and. You know, I had to calming her down, I think, was the number one thing. She wasn't in any real danger, but she wasn't feeling great because she was trapped under the gondola.
But
the
fact
look
that you said her belly was...
Yes, her belly, yeah. I'm telling you, Scrabe, it was a factor. And there was, there's a couple of people pulling on an arm trying to drag her out.
I'm crying.
I know. There's people on the other side with their arm. They're trying to drag her. I'm like lifting the gondola so she can get a little room to get out of there.
You're like, hey, I'm going to take the gondola. It's lighter.
All right. I didn't say that. You did. But it was quite the scene.
I am happy that she's okay, obviously.
She's fine.
If
she
this
got
was
right on the gondola.
If this was a worse story, I would not be laughing. But she's fine. You did probably help her a lot more than you think you did.
I think so. Because she was able to calm down just a tad. The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
Yeah, it slows down
like
for everybody.
Really slow. As we're getting off, over to my left, there's a couple getting in the gondola.
Okay.
Going up the mountain. So it's the opposite for them. They're standing there. The gondola comes up. The door opens. You step on. Well, there was a commotion.
Uh-oh.
There was a commotion.
Someone fell.
There was a commotion, and Lori goes, hey, there's a commotion.
She said commotion?
I don't think she said that. But we go kind of not hustling, but walking over there quickly. There's a lady who has fallen as she's trying to get into the gondola. She's now got one leg in the gondola.
Oh, no!
The other leg and body trapped underneath the gondola.
90.
No, she's probably in her late 50s. How do I say this best?
Oh, she's heavy set?
She's in the shape of somebody who's in their 70s. You've got to rescue the poor lady. She's trapped under the gondola. Of course, as soon as she falls and there's the commotion, the guy running the station stops the gondola.
Okay, I was going to
Which means everybody on the mountain and 4 miles away has to stop. Everybody has to stop while we try to extricate the lady from the gondola.
Okay, let me ask you a
underneath
question.
the gondola.
Look.
She's got one leg on the gondola. The rest of her body is underneath the gondola. And when I arrive to see what's going on, I'm kind of the first or second person there.
You're a first responder?
Pretty much. The guy running the gondola place is busy stopping
Traffic,
the ride.
yeah.
No, he's stopping the ride.
Oh, okay, all right.
So we're kind of first there. Lori's behind me. The lady's on her back. She's looking straight up in the air. And the only description I have is one of utter panic and utter terror.
Especially against left-handed pitching. We're going to try him out at first base. I think in the field, he's came up as a third baseman with the Yankees, so he's got that in the back of his pocket, and then he's played a little left field. So those kind of 3 spots are where we're looking at for him. But anyway, we can sneak his bat in the lineup. That's kind of what we're going to try to do.
Could you see him being the primary DH against lefty pitching?
Yeah, I could see him for sure being that. Like, he's going to get a lot of at-bats, whether that's lefties or righties, but we got a weapon against left-handed pitching.
Scrappy, do me a favor. Turn your computer towards me and just play the beginning part of it real quick. I just want to see Stammen's face when he said it.
Andujar's, obviously like his number 1 trait is being a great hitter, especially against left-handed pitching.
Okay.
We're going to try him out at first base.
What is happening?
I think in the field.
He said his number one trait is being a good hitter. So,
it's better than his number 1 trait being like he folds his clothes neatly in the locker room or something.
I only bring that up because he did not highlight the defensive acumen of.
Yeah, that's not going to be an Andujar strength.
No, it's not. But he does hammer. At least last year he hammered.
Wasn't it 9 hundo on the OPS?
Yeah, hammers left-hand pitching. So something, an area in which the Padres need to improve at. He certainly can do that. I think the defense, it'll all matter really which spot he's better at. If he's just butchering it up at first and he's better in left, he's going to play more left. If it's the opposite way, he's going to play more first base. I don't think they're expecting him to go out and give a gold glove performance, but as long as his bat is loud, they're going to find a spot for him.
By the way, I think it's fair to bring up whenever we say if a guy's not going to give a gold glove performance type of thing, doesn't mean like every ground ball hit to him, he's going to kick it into the stands either. These are still major league players. And, he's going to make the plays if he's out there. He did play third base for the Yankees his rookie year. I mean, he's going to play. I think, is he going to steal a bunch of runs for you at first base? Probably not. But I heard all year, and here I go defending him again, but I heard all year what a terrible first baseman Arise was. And save for a couple of plays, Tony, I just didn't see that. Now, maybe the metrics will say he could have got to this ball, he could have got to that ball. That, I don't know. But I know when the ball was hit down there, he came up with it almost every time, and that's all I need.
Yeah, no, so I assume people know that when anybody refers to, he might not get a gold glove. First of all, gold glove is the creme de la creme. So
yeah, right.
If he's falling short of that, I think everybody take it. But I don't think he's going to fall short of that. He's not a defender. He is an offensive tool, as Chris said. He's a big leader. He'll make most of the plays that he can make, and the Padres will kind of go from there.
I'm looking at his stats, and I didn't find it, but I don't have more time to see how he's done against Tarek Skubal and Framber Valdez, because I'm thinking he'll be in the lineup against both guys the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure he'll probably be in that bad boy, assuming he's healthy.
You said Tarek Skubal and Framber Valdez. Let me go look this up.
You want to look it up? I'm looking it up right now. I don't see it. It doesn't. I don't know that he's faced them enough.
Oh, maybe he hasn't even faced them.
Right. So unless you find it,
no data there.
It's not a big data. If it's any data, it's a couple of
Take that for data.
Take that for whatever we got. All right. Congratulations there to
take that for data.
Thank you. Congratulations to who called Tone Scrabe. I didn't get the gentleman's name. Ryan. He went to the University of Nevada.
It had to be somebody.
So
who went
he
there.
was able to come up with this because I don't, unless somebody Googled something and it came up. The answer is JaVale McGee, who was an old Laker backup center and also got 2 titles with the Warriors. I mean, you talk about being in the right place at the right time. JaVale McGee was, not an all-star. Let's put it that way.
I tell you what, JaVale McGee was really good for the Lakers the year he got a championship.
He did his thing, but he's got 3 championship rings out of it. He's the only Nevada Wolfpack player ever to win an NBA championship. Here we go. I found it, Scraby. Really digging. Miguel Andujar, 2 at-bats against Skubal. No hits.
No,
0 for 2.
No at bats
So
against Fromber.
Okay, so not a lot of data there. But anyway, congratulations, Ryan. You will go see your old Nevada Wolf Pack there take on the Aztecs Saturday at Viejas Arena. By the way, just a little word to everybody who's going to the game. If you want to yell and scream at boo, Steve Alford all night long and be a little bit over the top about it.
That's Chris's guy right
you
there.
You have my permission.
They go way back.
Steve Alford.
Oh, my.
Well, I mean, look, when he was at New Mexico, can I tell you some of the things he pulled at New Mexico? I don't know. He may have finally calmed down a tad. I don't know for sure. Man, when he was at New Mexico, ugh, no good, Scrape. No good.
Really? What? I mean, give me one thing.
Oh, you know what? I was supposed to give you off the air, my comparison to Luis Arraez thing, and I didn't give you that either.
That's okay.
So, I'm not going to give up Alford's transgressions.
How about
there were many?
How about players up 6-1 in arbitration cases? Somebody's getting fired off of that panel. I don't know if you guys know this. At the end of every arbitration season, owners or players can decide to get rid of somebody off the panel.
Who is the panel? Where are they coming from?
It's 3 people that both sides agree on. I don't know exactly where they come from.
So if the players are up 6-1, I was thinking of this the other day. Does this mean that the owners are just being cheap and trying to get away with it? Because their Scooble offer had no chance of winning.
Well, the fact that it was so low compared to every other case that's gone in there.
Right. That was a gimme, it seemed like.
I think I actually heard the breakdown of this. I can't remember who was breaking it down. Oh, actually, I know who was breaking it down. Scott Boras was breaking down how he went about it. And he said that their case was that Jacob deGrom, who had won 2 Cy Youngs, and I think a shorter period of time before he reached this stage, was the case or was the comp for Scooble. And I didn't get a chance to listen to it. I started to send it to you, Scrape, but I ended up not. I didn't get to hear the rest of the argument, but clearly, whatever case Scott brought in dominated because they said it wasn't even a close case at all. It was a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
Wow.
One little quick note, and so we don't have to spend a whole lot of time because it's way too sad. But we've talked about this, and I think in the world of sports, it's in the way back of everybody's mind, and we're scared about it. It happened today. A bus crashed in Iowa, and a player freshman outfielder on the team there, a junior college team, was killed in this bus crash. And
they were the only one.
All the rest of the players many of them were injured.
32 injured.
Yeah. These are stories that scare anybody who's ever played athletics and has to travel a lot. So thoughts to everyone involved in that university. And I want to find the school's name. Iowa Lakes Community College. Carter Johnson. They've identified him. 19 years old. Passed today.
Do they know? Was it like
they don't know what happened in the crash?
It was a solo crash, so they don't know
the bus
exactly
overturned.
what happened.
Don't know exactly what happened.
It was icy or something. Because I know this is a serious story, but I went through Iowa during a winter one time, and I did about 7 spins on the freeway.
Really?
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah. I had someone with me and they were like, calm down. And I was like, ah!
Totally see Scraby losing his mind.
I was like, just
so
going
when you started
in circles.
spinning, you relaxed, is what you're saying.
Well, they actually told me, take your foot off the gas. Like, don't.
Yes, and
you
steer
kept your
into
foot on the gas the first time?
Well, I didn't know what to do.
You take your foot off the gas and you steer into the
it.
spin.
Yes, never steer.
How do you not know that?
No,
spinning with the spin. Oh,
yes, you do that because it stops you faster.
No,
How do I not know that? I do know that, but my brain malfunctioned when it actually happened to me at 70 miles an hour on the freeway.
You know, Chris, they say pressure bust pipes.
What pipes does he have, though? He's not lifting. He's not lifting.
Come on.
All right.
I am 7-Eleven with the pipes.
Sorry to interrupt or end with a sad thing there, but I had to throw it out and just feel really bad for this team and that happening. So
Right.
I do think about it.
Yeah.
You've thought about it. We all do at the travel.
Now I'm thinking about it more now.
Sorry, Tony, about that.
Let's get to break.
Who's on break?
It's
You?
me.
Okay.
Other side, finish up the show with a little Winter Olympics update.
Hey, it's Ben and
time to announce our biggest fan. We got a lot of them out there. We appreciate each and every one of you. By the way, Happy Hours brought to you by GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, and expertly, yes, you can call it expertly, maintained. Call GL Pools now and say radio.
Can you, though?
I believe you can say expertly.
Expertly?
Instead of expertly. I think you can. I think it's officially
Hey,
allowed.
listen, I'm going with it if you're going with it.
Yeah. Don't try it during a ball game, Tony. Just in
You don't think I
case.
should drop that
Yeah,
next
that was
to Jesse?
expertly played by Manny Machado. Don't try that. Call GL Pools now and say radio. You get a free month of service from the experts there at GL Pools. All right, today's biggest fan, Gabriel Hernandez, San Diego. Give us a call within the next 10 minutes. Gabriel, your number, 833-288-0973. You'll qualify for the grand prize if you call, and that grand prize could be you and 20 of your friends going to a Padre game in the Odyssey Suite with all of us. Later this season, it'll all be catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Remember, register your name. There's still time for you to win out there.
Yeah.
Like you could register your name today and be called tomorrow. It could just be the luck of the draw. So get your name in there, 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. Scraby's got an Olympic update coming up. Can't live without it. You're going to update the Alemania game here against Finnmark?
For a second, I was like, "What?" Yes, No, I'm not going to update Alemania.
You don't know what
Do
you know who Alemania is?
Yeah, it's
that's
Germany.
German
Yes.
for Germany.
Yes.
Okay. That's the only German I know, by the way. So
the name of the country.
The name of the country. I threw it in for you. That's
I
it.
know 9 means no. I think.
I guess you're right.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Nine.
I think. 9. I know it from Rammstein. Du hast.
Why don't you just go?
Du hast.
You know what's funny? Is my freshman year, I can't remember. There was 2 brothers that played for state, and one of them came out to that song.
Du hast. I love Du hast.
Du hast. Okay, I know another word in German.
What?
Mister, and that is Air Scraby. Please give the traffic.
Okay. All right. We were made aware. And
Alemania was Germany in Spanish?
Yes.
Okay.
Deutschland is German.
See,
I'm covering all kinds of languages.
This is why I don't participate in conversations.
that out.
Well, I thought it was wrong, but you guys have shamed me so many times on the show. I was like, I'm not going to risk it.
I'm going to risk one more. I'm going to risk one more.
What?
Going in for a second bite of the
I
apple.
want to say happy birthday before it's too late. One more time to Fräulein Gwynn.
Yeah.
That's Tony's wife. Fräulein Gwynn.
That is funny.
Yes.
That is
So
funny.
it is her birthday.
Happy
today.
birthday, honey.
That's
Happy birthday, Fräulein Gwynn.
Fräulein Gwynn.
All right. Let's just dive in with the story of the day, I think, out of the Olympics. And not loser, skeleton racer Vladislav Heriskevich. He had a helmet. He's from Ukraine. He had a helmet with, I believe, 20 people in their photos on
He had
the
their
helmet.
photos, yes.
They have passed away due to the Ukraine war. And he was going to use this helmet. And during his race, the Olympics They cited Article 50.2 of the Olympic Charter stating, quote, no kind of demonstration or political, religious, or racial propaganda is permitted in any Olympic sites, venues, or other areas. So they're saying that his helmet was political propaganda. They said you could wear a black armband if you would like.
That was their that was the way they
their
tried
solution.
To, yeah.
Vladislav Hereskovich, he pulled out of the Olympics. He is not going to race, which I think is actually standing your ground here and doing what this is bringing more attention to it. Good attention.
These bodies always seem to bring more attention to things by approaching it in the way that they do.
Yeah.
It never fails.
Yeah, there's a guy who has a helmet that looks like Venom from Spider-Man, but he can wear it and this guy can't wear his.
Yeah.
Look, I think Vladislav Hereskovich has got a lot of support here. Number one. Number two, if it was your country that was under attack, I think all of us would feel very similar to this guy. I mean, he's lost people that he knows, athletes, friends, people that he's, practiced with, and he wanted to, I don't know that he was trying to even make a political statement. He said he was just trying to honor these people.
Yeah, it wasn't like there was a message behind it. It was just I'm honoring my friends, and
that's where I see the difference. His helmet did not say, stop the war, leave us alone, whatever you'd say. But they didn't find, as he said, we couldn't find common ground, so he's out. That's awesome, I think.
Listen, it sucks that he worked as hard as he did,
right? That he has to give.
He ultimately was the one that made the decision, and kudos to him for standing 10 toes down on something that he believed in. He could have raced and put the black armband on, and
Ukraine could have just said we're not even going into the Olympics at all. That is something the U.S. did. Remember, in 1980. Yep. The games were in Moscow, and they were invading Afghanistan. Jimmy Carter said, we're not even going. So I think this is – I wish that something like this could actually change it, but that's the only thing, You feel like it's going to almost fall on deaf ears because, what is Russia going to pull out of Ukraine now because he did this?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I think he's making a hell of a point that needs to be made.
I can understand why they have to say that he can't wear this, because if they make an exception for him, then they have to make an exception
everybody's
for
walking
everyone.
around. But he said, and I agree with him, he was honoring these people. And I think there's a difference here.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you, but it opens up that floodgate of everyone now wanting to put something on their uniform to honor someone, which would be kind of confusing, I think.
I wonder what would have... Well, that would have made a mockery of it.
What?
If he said he'd be in the competition and then put his helmet on and went sliding down the mountain, were they going to tackle him on the way down?
They can't catch him. It's going too fast.
I thought about that when I read the story this morning.
Right. But that would be
the helmet. You got to have it. Were you hiding it in order to
I know.
You got to get we watched those guys in the half pipe yesterday. They were just on the course for a good few seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know how he would have been able to pull it off.
I don't think he could have pulled it off.
Well, Clay says, I'm sure all Olympians are made very aware of the rules regarding outerwear and political statements implied or perceived.
I'm sure they are. And I'm sure he knew the rule.
Well, this isn't a debate on whether he should have been.
Right.
This isn't the debate is there's not a debate. It's basically he made a stand. He decided.
We commend him for it.
Right. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he stood, like Tony said, 10 toes on the ground. So yeah,
that was a good one, Tony. You come up with a lot of these.
What did you say?
But I really like that.
Did you say 10 toes
down? I just said 10 toes down. I didn't say it was on the ground.
10 toes on the ground, Tony said.
Don't misquote the guy.
Yeah. Finally, in this story, Team Ukraine, after their luge relay competition, they showed support for him, and each member kneeled and raised their helmets. So that was their honoring of him. Now, let's get to the medal count for the Olympics. Italy is still leading with 17.
They were leading yesterday.
No, that's true. Norway was. Well, now they have 17, 6 gold, 3 silver, 8 bronze. Norway has 14 medals, 7 gold, 2 silver, 5 bronze. United States, 14 medals, 4 gold. What's going on with the gold, guys? 7 silver, 3 bronze. So 17, 14, 14.
I know
right
that they need to keep track. I get that. I live in a world that doesn't exist, only in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole Olympic spirit is about competition, being out there representing your country. If they didn't keep the medal count, would it matter? Like, do we get anything for winning? Getting the most?
Country pride, man.
We do?
We get to say we're the best.
Okay.
Yeah, and then point to the medal count.
Okay.
But I want more gold medals than the other medals.
Okay.
You disagree?
Yeah, it's not necessary, I don't think. I won't say I disagree. I see where you're coming from. I just don't feel it's necessary. They've always kept the count.
Of course, it's not necessary. They don't need to do it. But since we're doing it,
since they're doing it, you're gonna take some pride in it. Well, this is gonna stink then, Tony, because I think if they Winter Olympics, you're gonna have to take a backseat to all your friends in Norway. So just so you know,
the NBA has dropped the hammer. We'll get to that in just a second on the Jazz and the Magic. Apparently,
for cheating.
They've heard enough.
Oh no, I'm sorry, not the Magic, the Pacers.
Okay,
so we'll get to that in just a second.
For tanking, you mean?
Yes,
I thought it was the Jazz that was tanking.
No, it's Jazz and Pacers.
Oh, okay. So
the Jazz have been levied a heavy fine.
Good.
So I'll tell you guys about that in a second. Team USA men's hockey dominates Latvia 5-1. NHL players are playing for the first time since 2012, and some are saying this is the best hockey team that the men have ever had.
We'll see, because Canada's pretty good too, and they're going to probably go head to head. I will say this: if you're a hockey fan, which I am, these games are worth watching because you are seeing all the best hockey players on the planet on one sheet of ice. It's pretty good, man, to see Connor McDavid and Crosby and Nathan McKinnon, and then I can go to the American side, some of their players, Austin Matthews, and on and on. I mean, these are really good players if you like hockey.
Who was on the screen earlier? Was that USA on the screen earlier we had on?
Yes.
Against Latvia?
It was USA had a big team. Like,
yeah.
Just even the goalie seemed like he was hella big.
They're big and they're fast, and man, their skill is, I mean, to me, you watch an NHL game, right? You get the top 2 or 3 cream of the crop guys.
Yep.
But in one of these games, they're all out there. So it's pretty fun to watch if you're at all into hockey.
Chloe Kim went for the first Olympics snowboarding three-peat, but she ended up taking home silver. So Korea's 17-year-old.
Yeah, it's okay.
Choi. I don't want to mess up her first name. Gaon.
Yeah, because her parents might be listening. Just take a crack at it. Nobody's going to know.
Don't be scared.
Gaon Choi?
Boy.
I don't know. I have no idea. She's the youngest Olympic medalist at the Milan Olympics.
And Chloe Kim announced that she lost because she's over the hill at 25.
Okay, she did not. Kristen Santos Griswold, her redemption tour. 4 years ago, she had a heartbreak in the short track speed skating, and she struggled in the Olympics, but this time she struggled again.
What?
She was locked out of the medal final race, so she could not redeem the 4 years ago, the heartbreak of
What was
losing.
the heartbreak?
She lost a short track event, and she was trying to redeem herself, and she did not.
You mean somebody lost, came back in the next Olympics and lost again, and you found that to be a big
because
news
she's
item?
one of the best speed skaters in the world. So it's almost like Michaela Schifrin not winning her events. It's very shocking.
All right, I'm with you.
It's very shocking.
He had to get there, Chris. He didn't quite get there.
He didn't get there at the
initially.
beginning.
Yeah, now we're good now.
Last one, Finland. Man, we were pronouncing names weird here.
What do we got going?
Finland ski jump coach Igor Medved.
You actually called it Finland?
I didn't mean to.
That's even worse than Finnmark.
Yeah.
At least Finnmark, he messed up. Finland
you've
is
been
just
on
a
me pretty good all week.
disaster.
Finland is because I misspoke.
There's nothing that. Where were you going with Finland?
I'm telling you.
Like
Finland.
at least I just took Finland and took the F off of Finland and put it on Denmark.
I was trying to combine.
That's all I did.
Finland and ski. So Finland.
I don't
Finland
see
ski
the
coach
connection. I don't see the
Igor
connection there, buddy.
Medved.
I thought you were talking about a new country full of fiends.
He's been sent home over alcohol-related issues.
He was turning up too much.
Listen to Scraby keep trying to read the story and power through.
He was
But
turning
we're not
up
going
too
to let
much.
you. You called it Finland.
I think Finland's much better than Finland.
I don't think so.
No, it's
All
not.
right, hold on. Before you guys go, NBA has fined the Utah Jazz and Indiana Pacers. Utah Jazz has been fined $500,000. The Indiana Pacers have been fined $100,000.
That's a lot to you?
500 is a lot. We don't see fines like that. Like, we see other fines, but we don't see $500,000 fines.
And the Utah Jazz going to take Markkanen out of the game tonight?
They sure are.
Take another $500,000.
I mean, can you keep getting punished?
I don't
Yeah,
I
yes,
guess you
maybe
should.
maybe this is to deter them from continuing to do it.
We'll
It'd
see
be
if
funny
it
if
works.
Utah keeps doing
But
it.
now,
though.
what do you got to do now? With 6 minutes to go, you bring him back in for a minute and take him out. I mean, this can get,
keep
can
playing
just go.
with the rules.
Yeah.
Be ludicrous.
Well, $500 out their pocket.
All right, Scraby's Chronicles. We're back full show tomorrow. Catch up with you on Friday, the 13th tomorrow.
Ooh.
Oh boy.